the plane.
They like, hey, you the one who do that country shit. I tell them I'm the reason rappers out here buying phones legit. Didn't see no gangsters flexing John Deere. Before I got too fast, got my shit kickers and game here. They say the gang got levels, but they ain't on mine. Round here we ain't telling, we on Instagram Live. I don't know no famous people on this side of the pines. Napping good in my hood, my door unlocked all the time. Black beans, black belts, black suit, black Uzi. Rolling like George Bush, CIA when I'm moving. You can't even touch my shoulder when I'm sitting in the movies. Real life, one that spins and gets produced into a movie. Down south, we the mob track spinning at the top. In the backwoods, where the backwoods fucking fall. Yeah, down south, we the ones mama don't raise bitches. And I'm too fat to run. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Bel Air with the white walls, 2 tones on the joint. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. I've been so stressed out, I stopped being stressed, no cap. I feel like talking shit so many
Momo in
men.
the chat. Momo in the chat. What up, Momo? What up, Deb? Brandon Miller, Drop Top. Louie Lou. What up, Louie Lou? Man, listen, y'all. We got kind of a 2-part series. We're gonna talk to the one and only Hosier, but we're also gonna talk some shit, bro. Cause I'm tired of listening to all these people talk about church and then get mad when church talks about them. So we're gonna have our opinions. My opinion seems to not be allowed, but I'm gonna have it today. Anyway, Hosier will be here in a minute. I got some I want to play before we start this. I want to remind everybody what we're dealing with here. And yeah, here we go. Where we got it at? Where's it at?
Dozens of people are facing criminal charges after a 5-day party was held in South Central Kentucky. It was called the Redneck Rave. It started last week at the Blue Holler Off-Road Park in Edmonson County, Kentucky. Now that's near Mammoth Cave. Our affiliate in Bowling Green received the arrest information from the Sheriff's Department. 48 people were charged with a variety of offenses, and of those 48 people, 14 were arrested. According to the Associated Press, those who were arrested came from Kentucky and several other states, including Michigan, Missouri, and Tennessee. There's also a long list of injuries reported, and we'll only name a few here. During the 5 days, EMS responded to broken bones, severed and dislocated fingers, and one person was even impaled after a 4-wheeling crash.
Sounds like a great time, bro. Jeez, man, that's wild. One thing I can guarantee you is you won't see that at an Upchurch show. Dude, they were 4 or 5 days at some of these places, and you didn't have none of that shit. But anyway, without further ado, I present the man of the hour, Mr. Hosier. You ready, Bubba? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready back there. I seen it switched off on us. You ready? All right, 1 minute. All right, bet. Do your thing. Who else we got in chat? Florida Girl, Deb, Tabitha, Gator, Florida. That's wild. All right, you ready? All right. I present to you, Hosier. Oh, where you go? Hold on. There you are.
What's up?
Not much, bro.
Say, what is it?
I said not much, bro.
Hell yeah. How's your day been?
Hot, bro. It's hot. 100 and
I'm
something
sure.
degrees.
Damn. It was
Yeah.
it's been cloudy here today. It's been sunny off and on, off and on.
Okay. Other than
What
that,
you got
bro,
going
I
on
see
now?
there's not much, man. I see there's a lot going on right now, huh?
A lot, man. It's fucking
It's
crazy.
kind of crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It really is.
Yeah, it's honestly fucking just mind blowing, to be real. Especially like how it's being handled and shit, like turned into like a joke and shit. Because it's wild because like the people that it's actually happened to in real life, it's like a mockery to them and like a spit in their face. I would feel like.
Well, bro, to be honest with you, when I first seen it, as a father, as a husband, I was like, yo, what? Like it didn't really like set in. I was like, yo, there ain't no way Hosier. No. No. And bro, I'll say this, looking at it, I seen you were with the motorcycle club, correct?
Yeah, so do you want me to like start like how it happened, like from the beginning, and then you just ask questions as I go,
Well,
or do
well,
you have?
before we do that, I want to let everybody understand that not too long ago, you were posting that this girl was somebody you were really interested in, and it seemed like on the surface that she was in your corner, right?
Yeah,
From
I
the
was,
from
I
the
was, yeah, I was trying to holler at her for about a year, man, and then just out of nowhere, she just randomly like hit me up,
Yeah, that's
and then
important. That's important. So a year you've been trying to
at
communicate,
least,
reach out,
yeah,
let me take you to dinner, let me take you to lunch,
yep,
something. Give me an opportunity, right?
yep, yep.
Was there a reason? Did she ever even say, "Hey, this is why I decided to give you a chance"? Did you ever get to that conversation?
She just said she wasn't ready and this and that, and like it never was like a real answer of like why. But I definitely tried like a bunch because I mean I thought she was really beautiful and I thought she was a cool chick. She seemed like a cool chick from the outside looking in, and then like once we got around, I mean she was cool. Everything was cool, man. That's why I'm saying I don't know if you want me to start and just go into
Yeah,
it
let's
or
yeah, so well I just want because that's important for me cuz like I looked at it as like cuz I watched your story going way before this happened. I'm watching you kind of at first you weren't even going to show anybody who this chick was and you're like, "You know what?
I didn't
Let
want
me
I
live a
did
normal life." Right.
I didn't want to be public with it, man. Like she wanted me to she pushed me to do it public. I didn't want to. I was like I told her I was like, "Listen, I really don't want to be public with this. I don't have too much privacy with things and I would kind of like to have something that I can like cherish and hold on to that other people doesn't get like to get be involved in."
Right.
And it's just like pushed to do it and then fucking it just unfolded the
So
way that it
okay, so
unfolded.
let's start from right there. So it started at you've been trying to get a hold or reach out and hang out and kick it something with this female for over a year. Then out of the blue, she was like, "Hey, what's up?" Then you
Yeah.
basically pampered her. I watched her stories. You took her out, did the things with her. You know, were being a
Yep.
gentleman, and wanted to keep it private, right? Now,
Yep.
and I noticed this is what I did peep is once you went public with her, shit really changed, bro. So let's start from there. Once you decided to post the picture of you with your arm around her, because I think that was the first one you posted, right?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
let's start from there. How did things go? Were you already planning a trip with her? Because I know you had that show coming up in Mississippi. So was this something I know you were already doing it? Did she just kind of
Yeah, yeah,
fall
yeah.
into
So this was
place?
already this. It just it just fell into place because I already had the show planned. I'd asked her if she wanted to go with me, and she's like, "Yeah." She's never really been nowhere all like that, and I was like, "Well, hell, you want to go?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I was like, "Fuck it, let's roll." So how it
Right.
happened, like we started rolling or whatever, and the couple of days prior. So like when I got with her, I didn't know a lot of this other shit that I'm gonna be telling you throughout this thing, but when it first all happened the first couple of days that went by, I noticed she kept wanting to like go home before she came over, and I was like, hmm. At first I didn't think nothing of it. She came over and I smelled alcohol on her breath. Very first night we hung out, she was already like drunk, but I just thought maybe she was, what I mean, she had her friend with her whenever I met with her at my tattoo
Maybe a little
shop.
shy. Maybe a little shy.
I just
Yep.
thought that's what I thought. I was like maybe they're just drinking a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of, break the ice or whatever. And she had a friend with her and we went, hung out, and then like it was kind of nerve wracking because I don't drink like that no more. And like I was around them, they were drinking. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to just drink some a little bit with them. So I got to drinking with them, had some fun. We came back here. Her friend brought her kids with them. We all stayed the night here at my house. And then like we started hanging out and things kind of started going fast. And I had said something about it was kind of rushing. And she was like, no, it's not being rushed. Like this is obviously meant to happen this way and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. I haven't had the best luck in relationships. So I was like kind of trying to be very cautious with this situation. And
Right.
plus, like, I liked her and, I've been trying for a long time and she'd always swerved me. So that kind of made me like her even more because like I've not used to that usually happening.
Yeah,
And I was just like,
resisting,
dang,
resisting, right. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
made me like her more. So
Yeah.
like once we started hanging out, I was like, damn, this is really dope. You know, I mean, she was super cool. But like I said, she first started coming over, I smelled the alcohol, right? The next day, she said the same thing again. She needed to go home. And I was like, she came over, I smelled the alcohol again. That's when I was like, okay, obviously she goes to work from in the morning until like 3 in the afternoon. She's got some kind of drinking problem, obviously, because she's having to go home right away and get something to, clear the edge with her or something.
Well, pause for a
So like I,
second. So hold on. So do
yeah,
you mean to tell me like the first interaction that you guys had where you stayed the night, she brought her kids?
her friend ended up bringing her kids over here and staying the night.
So they were comfortable enough knowing you from what they've met to bring their children into your home.
Well, I had actually known her friend. I've known her friend for a long time. Like I actually messed around with her friend like years ago,
Okay.
and so that she already knew who I was. So they came over here and hung out and shit, and stayed the night. Everything was cool. And like I said, days went on. She started coming over. I started smelling the alcohol. I was
Right.
like, damn. Well, I started noticing that I didn't say nothing for like a while. And I started noticing she was like drinking a little bit here and there, and then at nighttime she'd start drinking like hard liquor. Well, I ended up saying something to her about it finally. I think it was about a week or so, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but I kind of like was passive aggressive about it. And like when I said that, I could tell like things changed. I could tell that like her vibe with me changed. And the day of us actually leaving, I was talking to her on the phone, and like after we hung up, I was like, something don't seem right. I text her, and I actually put this on my story. Like I had said something to her, like, is everything like all right? Like something
Yeah,
seem
she
like
said
you're
I'm
upset.
good.
Like,
I seen that. Yeah, I seen
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I was like, all
Now
right,
this
you know what I
happened
mean?
after you Now this happened after you questioned how much she like is she drinking in front of you? Like is she cracking open
Yeah, yeah,
Trulies and just drinking? She's just drinking, ain't hiding shit, just drinking, right? Okay. All right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So you
And
mention it and then she starts acting different, if you would.
yeah, like the vibe was
Okay.
just like different. I could just tell that like I don't know, like I could just tell it was different. And then like the day of us getting ready to leave, I said that to her because I could just tell like something was off. And she was just like, no, everything's okay. And I was like, all right. Well, we go to leave, and one of my guys that's in the club had told me that he's like, hey, we were gonna go to the show. He's like, let's meet up in Nashville, and we can just head out there together. So I say something to her. I'm like, hey, my guys are wanting me to meet up with them. You want to do that? Blah blah. And she's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, let's do that. Well, as we get down, I was like, if you want to, we can just stay down on in Nashville, and I'll show you around. You've never been there before, right? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, dope. I'll take you and show you around. This place is cool as fuck. It's fun. So we
Now, a
get
lot of
down
people in
there.
the chat, hold on, because this is an important question. A lot of people in the chat are going, why would Hosier take this chick to Nashville knowing what Ryan has said about Nashville? I'll let you answer that, but I think there's a little bit of comfortability with Hosier in Nashville, especially knowing that that is Ryan's area. So if shit were to happen, he's got some people in the area that he could, hey, yo, shit's going on.
It was just
But
I just knew that I knew we were good. You know what I mean? Like I knew she'd be by
yeah,
my side. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to her. You know what I mean? Like I knew we were good. Like I've been to Nashville a million times. Nothing's ever happened like this before. I didn't think that this was ever gonna happen. Obviously, or I never would have done this.
right.
So we ended up getting there, take showers, jump in the Uber, head to Broadway. We get to the first bar, Tootsie's. I'm like, hey, this alley back here is like a legendary alley. Let's take a picture. Which we take this picture. I'm gonna show you this. We take this first picture to
If you
get.
send it to me, I could put it on the screen so if people want to see it.
Okay, cool. Will it show the timestamp and stuff? Because that's what I'm wanting to get at.
If you send me if it's got like if you just you know what I mean, if you could send that, I don't know. I can maybe
O-
click on it and see what it says. It might. I've never even gone that far into I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe it
cool.
will.
Actually, I got it. It's cool.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you kind of coming out and telling your story because a lot of people are
Yeah,
trying to tell your story for you and that ain't cool.
Yeah, and I was gonna go live, man, from my actual youth, just doing it from my actual channel. But I felt like people would have been like, "Oh, well, you're gonna dodge questions or this or that." So like, I had several people reach out to me and like want to interview me and this and that, and I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do it myself." And I had talked to Ryan about it, and he'd even said it like, "Hey, man, you need to let somebody interview you and do it." And I was like, "All right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do." So I'm gonna show you this first thing. Did you get it yet?
Yeah, I'm sending it to my email so I can. But it doesn't show a timestamp. That it doesn't show. So you'll have
It
to,
should
and it
show
you
it. It
could
should.
definitely tell it's Nashville.
You should be able to see it. It's in the screenshot. It's at
Oh,
the very
okay.
top
Let
of the
me see.
picture.
Let me see then. Yeah, I didn't open it all the way. Let's see outbox. Okay, there we go. Come
You see it?
on. No. It just no. It just
Okay,
shows
give me one.
literally you and her.
Hold on. Let me try this one more time. Here we go. Did
All right. There we go. Yes. Yeah. And it even
it show
shows your
it?
location, bro. Yeah. And it shows where you were by. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me. Yo, that's dope. Come on. Connect, motherfucker. So this picture that I'm gonna show this is in the alley. I take it.
This is in the alley of Tootsie's. I had told her that I was like, hey, let's go back and take a picture. This is like a legendary alley. This is before we even went in to any bar.
Okay. All right. Keep with your story, and I'll pop it up. So you guys take this picture.
So
So
we take this
you've
picture.
already checked into your Uber or your Airbnb. You're off to
Hotel.
see
Hotel.
Nashville. A hotel, okay. You took showers, did your thing. You're off to see Nashville. Now you guys are out. This is the 22nd, if I'm remembering correctly.
Let me see
Thursday.
what
So
that
that would have
said.
been what? Thursday.
Whatever day that was,
I think
I'm not
maybe the
sure.
21st. I think that's the 21st. Let me look on the calendar just so we're because today's the 28th. So that would have been the 22nd. Yes, Thursday the 22nd, May 22nd. So this is the night that she makes the post about you, right? So this is the
No,
beginning of.
no,
No, okay,
no. This is not the night she makes the post. This is the night that we get to Nashville Thursday night. This
okay,
is the night that we first get into to Nashville. We first get there.
okay.
So we get there. Back to this picture, we go inside Tootsie's. I order. We both end up drinking two double shots of tequila. Right
Right.
after that's taken, I was like, "Hey, you want to go on to the next place?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Let's go to Kid Rock's bar. That's a super cool ass place." So then I'm gonna show you this next timestamp of this next picture. I'm gonna show you. It's a video, and this video that I'm gonna show you. Let me take the screenshot.
Now this is like okay, so you guys are on the way to your show in Mississippi, and you're just taking a little side bump, hanging out in Nashville, spending a few nights. Was it set on how
Yeah,
long you
she had
guys were
never.
staying?
But no, we were just staying the night there because she had never seen that before, and she wanted to go see it. So I was like, "Let's roll. Let's go check it out."
All right.
So this next thing I'll show you. Give me 1 second. All right, so
I'm about to
we
pop the
get to the
picture
we
up.
get.
Here's the
Don't do it.
picture.
Don't
So
pop the
everybody.
picture up
Oh,
yet. Let me
okay. Okay.
not the next one. The next one is don't pop the next one up yet.
Okay.
So
This is the original one that you were talking about, though. This shows Thursday at 11:42 p.m. In the
check
Ryan
that
and
time.
Brooke.
The time is the most important thing of this.
11:42.
All right. So we go to Kid Rock's bar after that. The next one that you'll see is at
Mm-hmm.
12:14. You can go ahead and show that one.
Okay. Let me get it up.
We had already
But
had when we get up there, we order another double shot of tequila.
okay. So that's we're talking
I'm
30
sitting
minutes.
there 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah. And this is the next one. I gotta upload it to the StreamYard. Hold on. So you guys are now at Kid Rock's bar. So and I've been there, so I understand. Tootsie's to Kid Rock's bar ain't It's not far. Like you're
Two
walking
blocks.
down yeah, the hardest part is navigating through the crowds of people. But it is a Thursday, so there probably wasn't many people out there, correct?
Not like it usually is. You know what I mean?
Here's Kid Rock's 12:14. Pictures on the screen, you see it. There you guys are on the second floor looking over, just chilling.
Correct.
Now, so it goes from we're taking a picture, let's go get a couple drinks. So at this point, you guys ain't even drank at all, right? I mean,
No, we had
a
took
little
two
bit
double
maybe.
shots of tequila at Tootsie's.
Okay.
And now at this point, we had already. Now we're at Kid Rock's bar. We had just ordered another double shot of tequila. That's
And
all we
she's already
drank.
been drinking. Has she been drinking at all, or is it just you guys ain't
She
drank at
had
all
drank
yet?
before. She had drank before we left, and she had done some other shit as well.
Okay. Could the other
So you
shit
ready?
be something to help her drink more, maybe?
Uh, that and some pills as well.
Okay.
So
Okay. So she's sauced up at this point. She's feeling it. If you got that you got some
yes,
liquor in you, you've been drinking a little bit, you vacuuming up the
yes,
table. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
yes. All right. So I'm sitting there for a good while. All of us, before I say that, I'm sitting there. She said she's gonna use the restroom or something like that, and she like next thing I know, I'm sitting there and I'm just like the restroom's right there, right? So I can see it. It's right there, invisible eye. I can see everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is taking so long? Like I'm sitting there, sitting there, sitting there, sitting there. I'm like, is she in there pooping or some shit?
Are you
Like,
still on the second story? Are you still on the second
yeah,
story?
yeah,
Now I
yes,
can
yeah,
vouch
yeah.
for you. Right to the right of where you guys are sitting, there's an elevator, there's a staircase, and then the bathrooms are right there, and then there's a bar behind you. So it's
Right,
not
they're
you could
directly behind me. I'm
yeah
talking
you could throw it.
directly.
Yeah, you could throw a glass and hit the door.
So I'm sitting there for like after I'm sitting there for a while, it's been a long time. I'm starting to realize like, damn, like it's been a long time. Like I need to go over to this bathroom and see what the fuck's going on. So I go
Yeah,
over to the bathroom. She's not. I tell someone I was like, can you see if there's a girl named Brooke in there? So they like, yeah. So they like look in there. They like I hear her like saying the name like nothing. Right. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back and sat down where I was sitting. Right. I sat there, sat there, sat there, sat there. Finally, at this time,
he said she was probably pooping. Hey, you never know, bro. When you're doing that type of substance, and if it's any good, it might make you got to take a dookie.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
probably what she was going to do, though. Let's be real. If you're going to the bathroom, you're probably using the toilet or the toilet paper holder, if you would. You know what I'm saying? Something's happening.
Something.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
No, you're good. So recap for anybody in the chat. We're at the point Hosier has they have him and Brooke have traveled to Nashville on their way to Mississippi, booked or checked into their hotel. They went to Tootsie's, had two shots, a double or whatever, and they took a picture behind in the alley, right behind Tootsie's, and now they're at Kid Rock's, hanging out, just enjoying company and having a couple
Yeah,
drinks there
we were there.
afterwards.
We were there for a while too. Like
You were
we was
like
hanging
his
out for
tourist. You were like you're her tour guide, really. She's never been there.
pretty
You've been
much
there. Hey, check out iconic Tootsie's. Take a picture back here where a lot of people are taking a picture. Let's go to Kid Rock's bar. You probably said, which bar do you want to go to? Jason Aldean's. Let's go to Kid Rock's. So okay, here we are.
no. I
Okay.
was the one who's like, let's go to Kid Rock's bar. It's like super cool.
It's loud as fuck though. I'll say that. You can't even hear yourself think.
All right, so the next thing you're gonna see is when I finally am like, all right, I'm like leaving. Like I couldn't. I'm trying to like text her. She's not saying anything. Nothing. No, I'm not getting no response from her.
Right. Okay. Now this is a video. I gotta send share. All right. So this video is what is this? What are we looking
This
at
is a
here?
text message. This is after like I've like been sitting there forever, and I'm just like, fuck this. I'm leaving. Like obviously she done. I knew obviously something's done. She's done wandered or did something with someone because she's not here with me, and I couldn't
Right.
find her anywhere, and she's not answering my text messages. Nothing.
So she wasn't in the bathroom. I take it then.
No.
That's kind of, that's wild. All right, let me share my screen because I got to do it this way. Present, share screen. I think this is it. Yeah. All right, so this is the text message, right? That
Yep.
you sent her. Okay.
Yep.
That was Friday at 1:28. So we're talking not even 2 hours at this point. Like an hour and
Yep.
45 minutes roughly. From the time you
From
took the picture
start,
behind
from
Tootsie's.
start, from start till now.
Wow. So in all that time, that I mean, how many different places were you at? Tootsie's, Kid Rocks? Did
Nowhere
you guys go
else.
anywhere else? That was it.
We went to Kid Rocks, or we went to Tootsie's, hung out in there. After we were done hanging out in there, we went to Kid Rock's bar. And then finally, after I'd been sitting there for so long, I was like, not getting a response. I was like, I'm leaving and I'm done. I'm going to the hotel.
I
So
just want to make
then
sure everybody's
I'm
seeing
like,
that. So that's
so I'm,
just all it
so
is. It's just I'm leaving. I'm going back to the hotel. I'm done. That's what you sent her. That was it. Like not
that's,
like that's all this video has. Is all I'm asking. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
on
Oh,
this
I
one right
see it.
here. So I was
Yep.
like, I remember I'm like, oh yeah, I have her location. Like I'm just about to look at the location. I wasn't even thinking, right? I was like, oh yeah, I have her location. I look at the location and she's like damn near like between a block and 2 blocks away from Kid Rock's bar, right? Like
Right.
right on Broadway, right? I'm like, what the fuck? So I walk out, I come walking up, and it's like right where the area is, like where they were cooking like hot dogs and shit. There's like a brick wall and a parking lot right there. Well, I see her, she's like sitting down on her ass and she's like up against this wall. Well, I'm like walking up and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like all fucked up and like barely fucking like with it type shit. I'm like, oh, these much shit, this fucking these pills and drinking done got to her ass. Well, I'm like trying to get her up, right? Well, people were looking at me like I'm fucking some weird ass dude, like they don't realize this is my girlfriend, right? So I get an
Right.
Uber. The Uber gets there. We get in the Uber. I have to like help her to the Uber. We go to the hotel. I'm like trying to help. By this time, like by the time we get there and we actually get to the hotel, she's like out of it, right? So I'm like
Gotcha.
having to like carry her into the hotel, right? Well, I'm like carrying her in while I fucking trip in the lobby, right? I like fall right in the fucking lobby.
Right.
Well, I like go try to pick her up, and it's like she's like damn near like dead weight. I'm like trying to get her up, and like people's looking at us and shit, and like this lady comes up to me and she's like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "My girlfriend's just really fucked up. I'm just trying to get her up here to the hotel room." I was like, "We're done for the night." She's like, "Okay, okay." Well, I'm like trying to do it. Well, people start coming up and like kind of being weird and shit. And they're like, "I think an ambulance needs to be called." I'm like, "Well, if you think an ambulance needs to be called, let's call one." I was like, "I think she's just really fucked up, needs to sleep this off." So I'm not thinking in my head at this time that supposedly that there's been drugged. I'm just thinking, well, I know she's been doing drugs and now she's drinking on top of this shit. She just couldn't handle this shit. She just needs to
Right.
sleep it off. I've done it
Well,
many,
not
many
only that,
fucking
yeah,
times.
she's. It sounds like she's taking an upper and a downer too, depending on what type of other stuff she was dabbling. But you're
She's
drinking.
doing cocaine, fucking
Yeah,
Xanax,
yeah,
fucking
yeah. Oh yeah,
Clonopin,
that's. I mean,
fucking
yeah, that's wild, bro. And drinking on top of that. So
on
we're
top of
going
it.
up, we're going down, and we're in a depressing. We're drinking. Yo, that is crazy. Okay, all right, keep going.
Yeah. So
So
So ambulance gets there. They're asking me like who I am. Like, hey, this is my girlfriend. They're like, because they were like asking a bunch of questions. Like they were kind of like being weird with me at first. And I was like, had to pull my phone out and be like, no, like this is my girlfriend. Like I go to my Facebook and like show them. I'm like, actually, matter of fact, I was like, I even have her ID. And they were like, you do? I'm like, yeah. So I pulled it out of my wallet because she told me to carry it in my wallet so she wouldn't have to carry this little like billfold thing around. Which I was like, no problem. So we could get in and out of the bars. I was like, I've done that many a times for people. So I fucking he's like, "Can I take that ID?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I give the medic the ID. I'm like going to go get on the ambulance. He's like, kind of like puts his hand up. He's like, "You can't ride with us." And I was like, "What do you mean I can't ride with you?" And he was like, you can't ride with us. You're going to have to like take an Uber or drive." And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like getting kind of shitty at this point. Now I'm like kind
yeah,
of mad because like I'm seeing
yeah,
and I'm like, I want on this fucking ambulance. I want to ride with her. and they were like just not having it like at all.
So is that when the picture was taken? Everyone's like, "Why is he taking pictures of this chick in the back of it?" Well,
Yes.
because one, they wouldn't let him in the ambulance, or he probably would have took it in the ambulance. Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
I'd have been in the damn thing, but they would not
right,
let me in there, right?
okay,
So I say fuck it. The car's right there. I shouldn't even have been driving, but I didn't want to wait for an Uber. I wanted to
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
get
yeah,
to this
you
hospital,
Ubered
right?
there, yeah, you got there. However
I
you got
just
there. Okay,
I got there, right? So
yep, yep.
I fucking get to the goddamn hospital. They tell me what room she's in. I walk back there. I'm sitting there. This guy comes in. She was like already like laid up. She's like incoherent, no nothing, right? I'm like, what's going on? Man, this one guy's like, well, she might have been drugged. Instantly, I'm thinking, oh, you've been gone this whole time. Like that, you done probably entertained some fucking dude or some shit in here, and this is what's done happened. Because
Well, hold
I'm
on
thinking
though,
like
hold
this.
on. Well, hold on before you keep going. Do you know? See, we don't. This is a part that nobody's gonna know, I don't think. But did she notify these paramedics or these doctors of what she was doing prior to just
No,
falling out and
she
not knowing
couldn't.
where she's at? Okay,
She
all right,
couldn't. She couldn't fucking
okay,
like she was incoherent, dude. Like there was
yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
right?
Benzos will do that.
So,
Benzos
and
will
I
fucking do
wasn't
that.
trying to tell these people like, well, she's on fucking blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to say all that shit to these people. I just was like, what the fuck? And when they said that shit about the drug shit, I was like, oh hell no, because I was just
Hmm.
like, I just couldn't. I was like thinking in my head, like, well, this is why she was gone. Like, this is why she was been left me in this fucking bar, and now she done went and some shit done happened to her, and I was just like, I can't believe this shit. I was fucking mind blown about the whole situation. So I was like, all right, I'm going back to the hotel room because at this point I was so pissed off I couldn't believe that this shit was going on. So I send this next message that you're gonna send is as I'm leaving the hospital.
Okay, bro, this is kind of crazy because like, yo,
Bro, the whole thing's crazy.
shout out to the paramedics that got to deal with this type of shit. I'm kind of glad they kept your ID. Being real with you, I'm glad they kept your ID, and I'm gonna tell you why. They didn't let you in. They kept your ID because say that there was some suspicious shit that went on with this female. At least they already had the person that she was last with. So that is a commendable thing for the paramedic that took your ID. So I want to make sure people recognize that because you, bro. Let's be honest. If you had any ill intent, they got all your information. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
So
I mean, I had to tell my information to get back in the emergency room and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
I didn't
yeah.
have nothing to hide. I was I'm getting there and thinking I'm just thinking it's the pills and shit. Like, and I'm just thinking she's fucked up. You know, and she just needs to sleep this shit off. But then I get in there
Right.
and some guy says something about it thought it could have been drugged and blah blah. I'm not thinking like, oh well, it is all the other drugs. I'm just thinking that you've been gone for all this time. That's what this is what you really this is what you was doing the whole entire time. That's what I'm thinking. And also you gotta think
Now,
too, I'm not sober, and you gotta think at the time I'm not sober either. So it's not like my mind's processing clearly either.
right. Now, how long are you guys spending at the hospital? I mean, you there for hours? You there for a day
I'm
or
gonna
two?
show you this. I'm gonna show you that as well.
Okay. Because I mean, to be honest, bro, like most of the time, and look, I'll be real. I didn't expect her reaction coming out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were this savage dude that was trying to have this ill intent, what's funny about it? Like I've seen her laughing about this situation, and it's kind
Just
of like,
wait. We'll get to that too.
ah,
So
all
this
right,
next thing is coming to you.
okay. Save, share. Mm. All right, so this is a text message from you, correct? Like you're texting her. This is your
This
just
is
your
at
message.
3:04 a.m.
Yeah, I see that. Now, you guys were at the last one when you said you were leaving because you couldn't find her at Kid Rock's was at what, 128 if I remember correctly? Yeah,
Something like
128.
that.
Yeah, 12:14 you're in Kid Rock's bar. Then boom. Uh 128. Let me make sure before I. Yeah, 128 you're telling her, "Hey, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm leaving this
Yeah.
place." Now this is
This is me.
Overlay.
I am leaving the hospital at this point.
Okay. All right. Add overlay. And we're talking. And now this is in Nashville, the hospital right there in Nashville. So it's like you're in the city. You guys aren't having to drive across the town to go get where you're going. It was pretty quick to
It
get
was
to that
like
hospital.
called Tri Medical Center or something. I
TriMed
can't.
of Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
Boom. 304. I can't
3:04
believe you
a.m.
did this. I can't do this. You have a serious alcohol problem, and I'm not the only one. I'm not only that you disappeared with guys and left me by myself in that bar. I wish you the best. I'm at the hotel. The room number is 224. I couldn't believe you did that to me. Alcohol is obviously not your best friend, and I've been trying to be passive aggressive to you for days, trying to ask you not to do it, but obviously you have a problem with it. But I just can't do it no more. I wish you the best. So you're telling this chick, look, I've been trying to just shut my mouth and just hope you just stop drinking, and you
Yeah.
can't. So I'm done. I'm out.
So I gave her the room number because I was gonna leave the keys. I cash apped her money. The rental was in her name, right? And I
Okay.
cash apped her the money to pay for the rental. So I gave her the room
Can
number
I
because
ask
I
you
was gonna.
why didn't you just get it?
They won't
Was
fucking
it
let me
like
have them, bro, because I fucking fucked through an enterprise.
okay?
so
Hey,
so I
it is what it is. Yeah.
yeah, so I had to cash out for the money, which I fucking can send you that too if you'd like that. I can show you that. But it was like
No, no,
six
no.
hundred and fifty two
I
dollars.
know people were wondering why didn't Hosier rent it himself? Why did
Yeah,
because
yeah, I
somebody's
can't
like,
do
oh,
that.
you can't use the card. People were thinking you just
That's
got debit cards
I seen
nowadays.
all
No.
that shit, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
just
I'm not
sent her the
even.
cash. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sent her the fucking cash. It was like six hundred and
Yeah.
fifty two dollars or some shit like that with the deposit. That's what it ended up being.
Right.
So after that happens, I tell her the room number and everything so she can get her stuff. My buddies are there in town. I was just gonna leave her shit there. She can take the rental car and go back to Indiana. So I go to sleep. I wake up. I hear my phone ringing. My phone's just blowing the fuck up. Right.
Right.
It wakes me up. Her friend's calling me. She's trying to call me. So I get. Let me see. Hold on.
What's good, people in the chat? I see Rock Chalk True Crime. Lots of people in here. Shout out to y'all. This story needed to be heard. I know that there's people going to allow her to have a platform and talk about it, and I didn't see it right. It's not right, bro. There's two sides to every story, right? And then the truth. So at some point, you have to look at it through your own eyes and your own opinions. And that's all we're doing right now. We're not, Hosier is telling his side of what happened through his eyes. She's going to tell her side, and it's everybody else's. You have to look at what's
I'm what I'm
true, and
telling is the
you know what I mean.
truth is what's
Yeah.
happening here.
No, I understand that, but I also want we weren't there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I'm listening to the
I
story and I'm
understand.
seeing a classic alcoholic. I'm seeing somebody that's defending their drink, looking for an area to get high, trying to use and also I see your Hosier, bro. Let's be honest. You have a following, you have a some people know who you are. So it's not like she could just be doing whatever, acting a fool. So obviously she got away from you for whatever reason, and I think we're gonna get into why what you found later on because that's important. There was some
So
definite
this next thing that
yeah.
you're gonna see and pull up is at 9:03 a.m. This is when so at 3 o'clock in the morning they've kept her. She's already trying to call me, so she's done woke up about 4 hours later and is ready to leave the hospital at this point.
Okay. Oh, so she's still at you're at 304. You're back at the hotel, and she's been there for a minute now at this point. Like
No, at
903.
3:04 I was leaving. I was leaving the hospital.
Yeah, I'm saying 128, whatever. Around 2 o'clock, she probably got picked up by the paramedics. You were there for about an hour and hauled ass back to the house or to the hotel.
Something like that, probably. Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. So now it was 304. You're back at the hotel. Now it's what nine? What did it say? 903.
9:03. This is when I get woke up. And I'm trying to
Okay.
call back and nobody she's not answering my phone calls as I'm trying to call back.
And now she's calling you from the hospital. I take it right.
Yeah. I was trying to get a hold of her, and then her phone dies. And I'm like, fuck. So I can't find the location because she had left the hospital, right? She left it. She left it. She's gone. And then her phone dies. Well, then her friend's like trying to get a hold of me. And I'm talking to her. She ends up going to this place and like puts her phone on the charger at some place. I don't know what this place was. And she hits me up. She ends up calling me, and I've like tried to get, I was trying to get a hold of her, trying to get a hold of her. She finally gets that phone on the charger, tells me to come, gives me the location. I go pick her up. Right. All right. So
Now,
once I pick,
is she still near the hospital at least, or is she like
I
out
think
doing
like
her own thing?
no, I think she was like I'm not really sure where not too far from the hospital. I don't think it was,
She
but it
was
was
just
like some
wandering,
random
basically.
ass. It
Right.
was just yeah, it was some random ass building. So when I
Okay.
pull up, she comes walking out, and I can see she still has the EKG monitor pads all over her, right? Because the shirt she had, you could like see her belly, and like I could like see like
Yeah.
one up here, and
Sweat.
like I'm like, what the fuck? So like she gets in the car, and she's like not too erratic yet, right? And I'm telling her like, hey, like just so you know, like we're going back to the hotel. I was like, I'm leaving. I'm having my friends come pick me up. I can't do this no more, right? So we get back to the hotel. She's like begging me, like, please don't fucking leave, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, God damn it, man. Like I was trying, I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I leave? Like, do I just say fuck it? Like, so I finally am like, fuck it. Let's just all right, fuck it. We can go. Let's just go to the show. I was like, I need to get to Mississippi. Let's just go do this and call it a day. So we get in the car, right? She wants to drive. I'm like, I don't think you should be driving. At this point, she's already got the keys, so there's nothing I can do, right? So I'm
Right.
like, all right. So I get in the passenger seat. She's like, where's my ID at? I was like, I gave it to the medics. She's like, well, I need my fucking ID, right? And this is where she starts getting erratic. And I'm like, well, I gave it to the paramedics. Like, I don't know what to do. She's like, we're going back to the hospital. I'm like, all right. Well, she's like fucking driving real frantic and shit, right? And like, I'm kind of getting a little nervous and shit. And like, we pull into the fucking emergency area. She fucking like pulls right up to the front door like she was an ambulance driver, right? And gets out and fucking roars into the hospital. I can see through the glass doors of her like frantically like walking, pacing back and forth in there and shit. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna set my ass right here in the passenger seat of this car. So I just sat there, sat there, sat there. She comes out. She's like, they can't find my ID and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I gave it to the paramedics. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. She's like, fucking, like, she walks back in. She's in there, walks back out, walks back in, does this several times. And like, then she's like getting mad at me. And like, I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I gave the ID to that fucking ambulance dude. Like, what do you want me to do? Well, she's like, 1 minute, she's like, fuck it, have your friends come get you. Then it's no, don't do it. Then it's back and forth for a minute. And I'm like, I'm just like trying to process everything still. Cause it's just like, this is fucking absurd, right? Like,
Right.
so I say, like, we say, fuck it. She's like, we can just leave. And she fucking takes off, right? She gets on the highway and is like driving frantically. And I'm like, you need to please pull this fucking car over. Like, please pull the fucking car over. She's like, I'm not fucking pulling over. And like, I'm like white knuckled in this fucking car, right? Like
This is
for the
like noon
next,
on a Friday. This is like 10,
it's
11
not
o'clock,
even no,
11 a.m.
it's not that late yet. This is like maybe 10:30, some
Yeah.
shit, like some
In
shit
Nashville. In Nashville.
in
I know you're
Nashville,
like, you're probably like, oh my gosh.
bro.
I get it. Yeah. I get
Bro, so I mean, for the next 2 hours, dude, I'm asking and pleading to like, please just let me drive. Like, you can sleep, try to sleep this shit off, like, just fucking blah blah blah. Well, finally, I convince her like to finally pull this fucking car over and let me drive. Right? I'm texting my buddies and telling them like I'm not telling them what's going on because it's embarrassing and I didn't want them to know what was going on. But I had let them know that I'd already left because they was at a different hotel like 20 minutes up the road. Right? He
Right.
was like, he's like, we're about fucking 45 minutes behind you now. Blah blah blah. He's like, but we'll meet you there. I'm like, yeah, I'll meet you there. So I'm driving. She goes to sleep. I'm just like, thank God. Like maybe when she wakes up, like she'll be a different person. She
Right.
wakes up. She's like not nowhere near like she was. Like still upset, but like nowhere near like she was. I'm like explaining to her about what happened last night, and like I'm trying to ask questions, and like I'm insinuating, like I'm still thinking, like, because I don't know what's happened yet. You know what I mean? I'm still thinking that fucking whatever that guy told me in the hospital, like, did that happen? Like, because if it did, then obviously you were entertaining some other guy, like something obviously would have
Yeah, you're
happened.
like, are you overdoing it? You're just drinking and doing too much substance, and or you getting going around other men. Like, yeah, I could see where you're kind of like, and you've
So
kind of
my
been
my
passive aggressive about her drinking problem already. I get it. I get it.
yeah. So like I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it all, and I still am till this point. Like I still just like I'm flabbergasted about the whole fucking thing. Well, fucking, we keep just driving. We get there. We get to the hotel. Fucking, I'm like, let's go check this place out that I'm gonna be performing at tomorrow. I was like, but listen, I was like, I'm gonna need you to stop drinking. Like, cause we're gonna be at this fucking motorcycle compound and you cannot be acting like how you've been acting. Like this shit ain't gonna fly. Like, and I can tell she's like not liking it. And like when I finally am was like, hey, I don't want you drinking anymore. She's like, well, I'm not gonna stop drinking. And I'm like, well, at least do this for me. I was like, don't drink any hard liquor until like through like later on in the night. If you're gonna drink any hard liquor, like till we're about to leave, because this first night that we were actually there, I'm not playing till the next night, right? Till Saturday night.
Okay. Right.
So we fucking go there. She's trying to get like motorcycle. This one, I meet these people. I'm not gonna say who they are, their names or anything like that. Where I meet with up this guy, his girl, his old lady's there. She's like wanting, lets her know that she's got some fucking shit, and you know what I'm saying, lets her know that she's got it. And I was like, "Fuck, why did you tell her that?" Like the old
They're
dude's old
never gonna
lady
leave you
told.
alone.
No, no, no. The motorcycle's old lady told Brooke this, right? And I was like, "Fuck." Like, wish you wouldn't told her this. So like she keeps trying to pull her off to this porta potty, and I keep telling them like, hey, like in this world, like they make sure their old ladies stay by them, like so they can protect them, and you keep trying to pull this lady off, and it's pissing this guy off. I can tell. So like, please stop doing it. She kept doing it. Finally, I got kind of stern about it and was like, look, you need to stop doing it. So she stopped doing it, right? And she seen that guy get pissed too because he was starting to get upset. And this is a fucking like 6'5" big ass gorilla of a man. So I was gonna be trouble. Plus, I'm there on their grounds, and like it's just not gonna go good if shit goes left field for any of us. For us, let me say that for us. So we end up leaving. We go back to the fucking hotel the next day, a day of the show. I'm like, look, same thing today. Like, don't drink no hard liquor until it's time for me to get on stage. And then after it's about time for me to perform, feel free to start having fun because I'm only going to be up here for about 30 or 45 minutes. And then we're leaving from here and going to the casino. So we stay there throughout the day. She's just drinking water, fucking not doing it. She's being cool. Everything's all right. I'm like, cool. Fuck yes. Thank God. I start performing, get done. Some shit goes down right before I perform, right? And like the whole crowd is a club, right? Some shit went on. I'm not quite sure what happened, but most of them had to leave because of some shit that was going on. I'm like, well, fuck, man, half this fucking crowd's gone. Like over half the crowd. I was like, fuck, this is gonna be kind of hard to do now. Like, I'm not gonna be able to vibe with
Right.
this very well. But I went ahead and done it anyways, and got done. Went over to the merch table, did what I needed to do, did the meet and greets, did everything. We get in the car, and before I'm leaving, I'm like, hey, I was like, can I holler at you guys real fast before I leave so I can, settle up with everything? We settle up, we leave. She starts drinking hard liquor on the way to the casino. Or we go on the way to the hotel. So I was like, let's go back to the hotel so I can take a shower real fast. I was sweating my ass off. So we take showers. We get back there. She starts cramming down Jack Daniels, cramming this shit down like it's going like it's water. I'm like, God damn. I got to drive like 20 minutes to Biloxi. So I'm like, I'm going to wait till we get to Biloxi to even have any kind of fun. So we get to Biloxi. I get there. There's a certain group of people there that I've had issues with before. And I get there. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, fuck. Let me make sure I'm on my P's and Q's in this bitch. And I was
Now
winning. So I had a bunch of tips.
she's been drinking at the show. She's been doing the booger sugar at the show. Now she's back at the hotel. Ju- Wow. And now we're going to the casino. Okay.
Now we're going to the
Shit.
casino. So we're there at the casino. Like I said, I see a group of folks that I'd already had problems with in the past. I was like, look, I'm thinking to myself, like, look, we got to fucking make sure I'm watching. So I'm going to not get too out of hand here. And I'm going to make sure that I'm watching what's going on around me. So I want to keep my head on a swivel.
Right.
So I start winning all this money at the craps table. And I'm like, shit. And like, they're like right there. And I'm like, I think it's time to leave. Like, I just started getting a gut feeling like it was time to get the fuck up out of there.
Right.
So I could tell she wasn't wanting to leave. And I'm like, trying to explain to her, I'm like, listen, I've almost got killed by these guys before. It's time for me to leave. We need to go before something happens. They've done seen some shit. I just want to get the fuck up out of here. So we're leaving. She's just we get in the car and she's just talking all types of shit to me, right? I was like, I just want you to know, I was like, we're done. And like, I'm gonna catch a flight home tomorrow as soon as we get fucking home. Like, as soon as we get there, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up and like I'm catching a flight home tomorrow. Blah 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 blah, just talking all this crazy shit. I get there, as we're pulling into the hotel, all these members are outside that I just played for at this hotel, right?
It's
We
nighttime
get
at this
out.
point.
Yes, she goes to
Okay.
get out of the car and just busts her ass. Boom. Tries to get up. Boom. Does it like 2, 3 times. I'm like, oh my God, man. She's being loud. She got all these people's attention. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is so fucking embarrassing. Like, it was fucking hectic as shit, right? So I'm trying to like get her to go inside. She's just not having it. She's like just being very reckless. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going in the hotel. So I go in the hotel. I'm up there for a second. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't leave her down here. Like, fucking something might happen to her out there. There's a bunch of fucking sketchy
Now,
folks
is that when
outside. And I
she's
was like,
sitting on the ground up against that
yes,
pillar
this is when
with a bunch of her
so
shit?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Looking like
So
a
I'm
homeless
sitting
lady.
there. Yes. So this is when I'm like, fuck it. Let me go back out here and like get her ass up here so she can at least go to bed and I can get the fuck out of here tomorrow. So I fucking go up there. I go back down there. I'm like pleading with her to try to get her to come in. She's like not really trying to have it. And then finally, I'm like, she's getting up. She's dropping all her shit. I'm like trying to help her. She's not wanting help, but she's like dropping everything. I'm gonna help you anyways. Like, let's just fucking come on. So this is like, let's just go. Like, I want to
Yeah,
get
is that when
up
she's
out of here.
dropping shit? Is that when you're like
Yes,
trying to help her and she's refusing and I'm not dropping shit as she's dropping shit? Okay. All
as
right.
she's dropping
So
it.
now this is 3 days into the trip. This is not now. This is after the casino. This is after your show. So she spent all this time with you, and people are saying in
Yes,
the chat, "Well, why did Hosier stay there?" Well, okay? So if he leaves her there, then everybody's saying, "Why you leave this chick stranded?" But if he
right.
stays with her,
I
then
was
why are
gonna
you
be
hanging out with
damned if
this
I
chick that's
did,
doing
damned if I didn't.
facts? And like I
So
told you, bro, like I said in the very beginning of this shit, when bro, you don't leave a female stranded, and you didn't. From what I'm hearing, you didn't leave her stranded at this point. And
no,
bro,
hell
I'm in
no,
recovery.
man.
I don't drink. I don't do no booger sugar. I smoke weed. If I was single and that shit happened to me, I'm gone, bro. So respect to you for that.
Bro, I just couldn't. I'm not gonna put myself in the situation, and it was gonna be. I could
I
see that
get
it
it.
was gonna get bad, right? But
Yep.
anyway, so I get down in there, and I get her to come upstairs. She's fucking dropping shit. I have to like go back to the fucking elevator because she dropped stuff in the elevator. And before we had, meanwhile, I forgot when we're at the show getting to take this picture. My photographer is taking pictures of us. She's like, "Hey, will you take a picture with my phone?" She's like, "If it locks, the passcode is 910." I'm like, I'm gonna remember that because I was like, something's off, right?
Yeah.
So we get up to the hotel room, she passes out. I'm like, it's time to go through this phone. So I start going through this phone. I mean, as soon as I open it, it's boom. This motherfucker's dude's like trying to call as I'm looking at it, right? And just keeps calling. I go to the Snapchat of this guy that keeps calling, and this whole time she's been sending him hell. She sent him naked videos as she's in the hospital with those fucking EKG monitors, like trying to be all sexy and shit. Like I'm like, who would think to do that as they're sitting in a fucking hospital with all these monitor pads all over, like trying to send videos on Snapchat all naked and shit, like full naked, just in a bathroom, fucking
In the
sending
in the
video
hospital.
in the hospital, right? So I'm seeing that. I'm seeing I took her to go get some cowgirl boots, but something told me when we got there, I was like, I ain't buying these. I ain't buying this fucker no boots. Like I kept saying, like none of these boots look good. None of these boots, because I already knew that this shit was not. It was not gonna. I wasn't spending another dollar on her. Like it was. I just wasn't doing it. Well, meanwhile, as I'm looking through these messages, she's like saying, I don't have no boots. I've never owned no boots. This is hillbilly shit. And the dude's like saying, "You're gonna look so good in those." And she's like, "Yeah, we're about to ride on the Harley." And he's like, "Oh, I got something you could ride." And she's like, "Oh, I'd love to ride it." Which I posted all that shit.
Yeah, I
You
see.
seen it all in the story and shit, right?
Yeah, you ain't
And
even
I'm like,
capping, bro. That's really what. And she was going back and forth. And bro, is that Snapchat? Is where I take that was on?
yeah.
So she's got her conversation saved for at least 24 hours. It don't disappear right away. So she was talking to this dude a lot, and it,
Oh, she
from
was
what it
sending
seems, the whole
pictures
time.
behind the stage, fucking videos of when her shit don't disappear because it showed pictures of when I went and took her to get her nails and toes done. She was sending pictures as I'm driving in the car, got her
Yeah,
feet up on the dash, like showing her nails and toes and like sending videos to this motherfucker. And I'm just like, oh hell no. When I wake up in the morning, my ass is out of this motherfucker. Which my mind
mm,
was already made up anyways. But this
yeah.
sealed the deal for me, right? So I wake up to her asking me for my vape, right? This is like I was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, yeah. So I give her the vape, and she looks in her phone and realizes that I went through her phone. She's like, "You went through my phone?" I was like, "You damn right I did," and we're done. She's like, I start getting up, I'm getting all my stuff together and shit and getting it all together. She's like, "Where's my keys at?" I was like, "I don't know where your fucking keys are." I was like, you had them last." I was like, "I don't know what they're in the video. She had her fucking keys. And that video that I posted, she had them fucking keys." So I called my buddy and was like, "Hey, I'm ready to leave. This is what I was like, this some shit went down."
Now
He's
you
like,
put
"Well,
a
fuck." We were like,
deposit. Let's rewind because you put a deposit on this rental car. Not only did you rent it, but you also put a deposit for any damages up to X amount of dollars.
I
So
paid six
let's
hundred and
keep that.
fifty two dollars.
There we go. Okay, so you don't got the keys. The keys are missing. You're up. You're ready to get the fuck out of here.
I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here. So I go down to the lobby. She's like fucking chasing me down in this lobby, right? Like trying to like get all in my pockets and like there's people everywhere. I'm like she's like grabbing me and shit. I'm like, "Can y'all do something about this?" I'm like putting my hands up, right? Because I've been in this position before and like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I was like, fuck this. I'm like, "Can y'all do something about this, please?" So they call the cops, right? I'm waiting for my friend because my buddy he was at that hotel with us, right? But they had already left. Thank God they was only like 15, 20 minutes up the road when I fucking called it. So they turned around to come back and get me because they lived in Tennessee. I'm like, "You're gonna have to take me home. Like, this is a fucking crazy scenario." I was like, "The police are on their way." I was like, "Please hurry up." So as he's pulling in, the police department's pulling, he's behind him. He's like, "Bro," he's like, "She's out in front." He's like, "I've never," he's like, "She was out there fucking whipping her hair around and fucking acting crazy." I'm like, "Bro," I was like, "Wait till you see all these fucking videos that I got. I mean, shit went left field." Well, she didn't think, as I'm sitting in the lobby, I'm saying, like, I'm telling the hotel people, I'm like, "Hey, I've got a buddy coming." She's like, "No, he don't," and blah, blah, blah. Well, as she sees, she like I walk out the back of the hotel and I'm taking all this shit out to his car. She realizes that I'm actually leaving. So like she like walks out, sees it, goes back in. The cop comes out. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" I tell him. I was like, "Man, I think it's best. I need to get the fuck away from this situation." I was like, "I don't want nothing to happen." I was like, "I'm 12 hours away, here to do a job. I came here to do a show and I need to go back home." I was like, "She's done lost her rental keys." I was like, "I don't know what to do." I was like, "But I know that for my best interest, it's my best interest to get the fuck away from the situation." He's like, "Sounds like it." And he's like, "From the looks of it, yes, that's probably what you should do." So I continued getting my stuff in the car and I left. So we drove off and fucking then I'm like in my mind I'm thinking I'm taking all this shit off Facebook, off Instagram. I don't want nothing to do with this situation. I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. I wasn't gonna speak on it. I wasn't gonna post it because I don't do that shit. So next thing I know, I see her make a post. Because I mean, I kept looking and kept watching, and kept watching, and kept watching. I see her make a post talking shit. I'm like, well, here we go. I was like,
Oh,
I'm
so
gonna have
you're talking about you were gonna take down the videos on Facebook that you put on your story. You were gonna take all that
no,
shit
no,
down
no,
and
no,
take it to
no,
your
no,
page.
no, no, no.
Okay,
I was
you
taking
didn't put
no,
that
no.
up yet. That was
None of
already
that
there.
stuff was up yet. Nothing.
Okay.
I'm talking
Okay.
about all the pictures of me and her and any videos that I'd posted
Oh,
already.
I
Like
got you. I got you. Stuff of like, hey, this is my new girl, whatever. Here's her
I
toes,
took I
whatever. You were
took
deleting all that shit.
all
Okay.
that shit down, changed my relations, took the relationship status shit off there, all that shit, right?
Right.
So as I did all that, I just kept watching because I was waiting because I knew she was going to probably say some crazy shit or do something. So we just kept watching, kept watching. All of a sudden, boom, she starts in. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to let people know what happened because people's going to be like, what the fuck? That was quick, like type shit. And that's when I started. I was like, hey, that was a great show, great weekend until I found out I got cheated on. That was the post that I made, right? Well, then fucking it just started in. I started seeing all these posts, and then it went from getting drugged to now I'm the one who drugged her and this and that. And I was like, fucking crazy motherfucker. I was like, I got proof of all this shit. Like, what are you talking about? So I just start showing all the videos. I start posting everything, all the pictures, all the videos to show like what I dealt with that whole
Right.
fucking weekend. And it was absolutely insane. And like I said, I still cannot wrap my mind around it. Like I still can't wrap my mind around it.
So why?
Like I
So how come when you like what? So when you found out in her phone that she was playing games, how long after did you say it took for her to realize that you were in the phone? Right when she woke up the next day, pretty much, she got on her phone and
As soon
realized.
as she woke up, she asked me for a vape. I let her hit the vape. And I'm saying about 30 seconds after that, she's like, you went through my fucking phone? I was like, you damn right I did. And I was like, we're done for sure. And then that's when all that shit
And
started
you
the way
guys
that
were
it
already
did.
about to leave anyway. You guys are about to take off
Correct.
anyway. So yeah,
Correct.
I see. So it really
Which we was
would
about to,
make sense. Yeah,
we were
it
going to be
really
fucked
would make
anyways because we were going
lost
to be
the
fucked
keys, right?
anyways. So I don't know where the fuck the keys were.
Yeah. Well, not only that, a lot of people are like, why didn't he leave her when he's seen her doing blow, or why didn't he leave her when he's seen her doing this? And
Because what am
I'm
I gonna
seeing
do?
this as
Leave?
like,
I'm not gonna leave her down there. You know what I'm saying? Like at that last point when that shit happened, when I seen what it was, I was like, "Fuck this." She'll be able to drive herself home. I am done with the situation. I will get on a fucking plane or ride back with my buddies the next day. When I
right.
called him, his ass was already fucking 20 minutes up the street. Thank God, only 20 minutes up the street, and didn't leave way earlier. I don't know what would have happened. And like people just keep saying all that shit and like saying that, like, you know, like you left. No, I didn't. Like I had to do what I had to do. Like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like I should have left a long time before that when I had my very first gut feeling before I even left. I should have never went. And I went against my gut so many times on that trip, which I never do. I never, ever. I've always lived my life by my gut. And I went against my gut so many times and I wasn't going against my gut no more. Like it was it. Like it was done. And then I just started seeing her go to town on me, and that's when I started posting the videos of everything.
Well, people like to, they don't understand. Like, it sounds like you're also trying to find a companion in life, right? You meet this chick, she seems kind of cool. You know what I mean? Maybe she's got some things that are, but hey, she looks halfway decent. She's got a good smile, whatever. You
I
looked
was
kind of
willing to like
past the,
look. I was willing to look past all the drinking shit because like nothing
you
ever
can stop
crazy
drinking.
happened before.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was willing to look past that because I was figuring like well maybe she'll stop that shit. Like it'll slow down. Like she'll see that I don't do that, and like maybe she won't do it because it's not like I'm gonna encourage her to do that shit. And she's like, "Well, you take prescription pills." I was like, "Yeah, I take what I'm prescribed to, and I don't get belligerent." You know what I mean? Like I'm on
Yeah.
this fucking social media shit every day. You guys see me. If I was like incapacitated and shit, people would know that. They would see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get like that. Plus, my son lives with me full time. I have full custody of my son. He lives with me every day,
Is she younger than you
and
or around the same age?
she's 20. She's like 8 years younger than me.
Yeah, so she's still young, wild, and free, bro. I get it. Like that's what I'm trying to look at both sides because at the
But
end of the day, I can
she
see.
has two kids of herself
Yeah,
that live with
yeah,
her. And then this
yeah.
is the craziest part. So then when I'm after all this happens, I start getting a bunch of messages from people back home. They're like, "Bro, my bad. Like I was gonna warn you and this now." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I start seeing. I mean, I start getting crazy amounts of messages about a bunch of shit. So like her last few relationships, either motherfucker ended up dead, ended up in prison, or ended up in a fucking mental hospital. Like one dude died, another dude fucking found out she was cheating and fucking whooped her ass, which obviously
Now,
you
did you
shouldn't
find all
fucking do.
this? When did you learn all this? Because I heard that. That's crazy, bro. Like, when did you
So
find out?
I had knew like bits and pieces about things, and like I didn't like want to go prying at too much of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like I don't know. I didn't want to fuck things up. Like I'd already kind of
Right,
felt like after I had said some shit about the alcohol, like I
right.
just really liked what was going on. And like I grew up without a family. My son doesn't have a mom really, so like I was like happy, and I was just trying to
Well,
keep.
you've gone through loss and you've gone through people
Yes.
having to dig into what's gone on in your past. So you're kind of like, past is a past. Let's just focus. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Tennessee Outlaw says this is some low down stuff happening. Chris, I'll help you out any way I can, bro. I don't have much, but I'll help all I can. Yo, that's respect, Tennessee Outlaw. I've been watching the chat. You got a lot
Appreciate you,
of
bro.
respect. You got a lot of support in the chat, bro. And I'll say this, like at the end of the day, dog, I really looked at it from just an outsider looking in. And the more I watch this shit develop, because I want to know this: if she wouldn't have made that post, would you have just moved on and kept doing your thing?
I would have never said a fucking word.
Hmm.
Never. I would have said shit to my friends, but it would never reach the internet. And then once her shit reached the internet, I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna have to explain myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm
Right.
12 hours away. Like, my friends are fucking calling me, fucking like wanting to know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and get this out the way. So then I just started showing it. And then once I started showing it, then people start hitting me up. And they're like, man, this one dude died, and while he was dying, fuck, or the kid, one of the kids ended up fucking. No, one dude died, another person fucking was overdosing, and the kid got in the fucking drugs, and the kid died. The dude's doing like 30 years in prison. One of her kids' dad's doing like 30 something years in prison or some crazy shit, something like that, because the kid ended up dying. Another dude fucking snapped because he found out she was cheating and fucking beat the shit out of her. Another dude fucking found out she was cheating, and she was busting all his shit up. And I guess fucking, well, I'm not sure which one of the dudes, but one of them ended up kicking the fucking door in and fucking holding her hostage. I mean, it's obviously there's been a lot of crazy shit that's happened with her, and I didn't know to the extent of what it was until I do like what I do now. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking mind blowing.
Well, somebody says, is this what church was referring to this morning? 100% this is what he was referring
Yeah.
to. But I also noticed this throughout this story. I picked up on this. For a year, you've been trying to reach out to this chick, right? No
Yep.
response, blowing you off,
None.
right? Then when you do get a hold of her, now she is full throttle, wide open, showing you her everlasting, I'm drinking, I'm doing booger sugar, I'm doing
No,
my
no, 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 no,
thing,
no.
right?
She never showed me. I didn't know about the booger sugar shit until the day we left from here.
But my
Because she
point
said
is,
she
she's
want,
showing you fully of who she is, like quick. It ain't taking long for these things to start coming up, right?
but
So,
nothing crazy. Like not,
right,
not.
right.
We never had an argument. No, nothing. Nothing happened.
Until
Like
you
every
went to Nashville.
until we got to fucking Nashville.
Right. There was some drinking there and, maybe a
So
little bit too
after
much, but
that
it wasn't nothing
happens,
crazy. I get you.
no. So after that happens, now then I see her make this post. She's like out on the beach drinking and shit again. Like fuck it. I'm just like, what the
Mm,
fuck? Like who
right.
does this? And then it's a post of after that or before I can't remember something. And then she makes a post saying she's gotten drugged and all this shit. I'm like, so you're gonna say you got drugged and now you're out hanging out on the beach? Like what in the fuck? Who handles this?
Did she
So
ever say what it
then
was? Did she ever show
there,
proof
well,
of
there.
what it was?
I don't know. I don't know yet. But I am filing a lawsuit, and we're subpoenaing her records, her phone
Yeah.
records, the toxicology
Good.
report, the Kid Rock bar
Good.
cameras, and the hotel cameras because I gave the ID to the medic right there in front of the doors because they pulled right up to the front of the doors like they would an emergency room. So I did it right there, and you're gonna be able to see it because I literally handed it to him right there on the front of the thing. So
Yeah, there's
I'm
cameras all
filing
over that place. Yeah.
all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
So, and Empire, I let them know about the situation. They know Kid Rock's manager, so they're getting all the footage. Everything's getting taken care of. But what's crazy is to say that you got drugged, and then it gets pushed around to where now I'm the one that supposedly drugged her. Then you're like, get on this live panel. I see her get on there and she's like just laughing and saying all this shit. And then out of nowhere, she's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to start doing country rap and shit. I'm like, what? Hold the fuck
Yeah.
on here. So then I'm like, hold the fuck on. So I start looking. I'm like, what? She's like friends with Justin Stowers and fucking doing all. I'm like, oh hell,
Well,
fucking
well,
no.
I'm on Facebook. So check this out. So I'm on Facebook. When I seen all this shit pop off, boom, I said, "Yo, hit me up." That's all I said. I watched Justin Sowers and all these motherfuckers that weren't friends with her at all start boom, 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 boom in the comments. They're Justin's replying to me in the
Boom.
comments. Has got me blocked on every other platform, but he starts replying to me, and I'm like, wait a
Fucking
minute.
crazy,
So
bro.
they already knew who this chick was. I mean, she had like 14 likes on her post. So somebody grabbed it up, sent it to her. She never opened mine, but she opened Justin Times. So that was interesting. So that's funny you said that. And then I watched her get up on that panel and laugh about all this and then
So it's
hit
like
on half the panel,
which
bro.
right, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
who would
Yeah.
handle themselves like that after such a traumatic event? Be on there
Yeah, bro.
chewing their gum 100,000 mile an hour. I know why that was going on, but to be on there laughing and giggling and saying you're about to become a country rapper and all this shit's like this is all for fucking attention and like
Yep.
views and clicks and all this bullshit. I was just like, I was completely mind blown. Like, as I'm sitting in the passenger seat and like seeing shit fall out, and then when I get back here, I'm seeing things how it's coming down. It's just like, this is fucking mind blowing. So then I start thinking, like, this is either A, this was planned, or B, they done seen this opportunity now, and now they're trying to run with it. And I don't know which one it was, but I know this much. This was fucking crazy and absurd, and I've never dealt with something like this, and I still am trying to wrap my mind around it and like figure out like why. Like for one, her cover photo, it's still of my driveway at my home.
Yeah,
Like,
I seen that. You said that
you
and I
know
went
why?
looked
You
and I'm
know
like,
why? You know
yo,
why?
what?
You know why I think why?
What? Just kind of
because
showing
before
what it looks like.
because beforehand it was the tombstone of the dude that she was with that overdosed, right? I don't She's caught so much flack over this because that dude caught her cheating on her, right? And then like tries to mourn him and like all this shit, and she got caught cheating on this dude. So it's like, does she want to put that fucking tombstone back up there so people can fucking start saying all that shit again and start saying people be on her ass about it? Because she hides, if you've looked, every time somebody comments something on there like worth a damn, she takes that shit down immediately. Nope, take it down, take it down, take it down, take it down. And if she was to put that back up, all the people from my hometown that know her and know about the situation are going to be on that ass.
Yeah, they could see it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just mind blowing to me, man. Like it's weird, and like now I think there's like more. There's a motive getting done now, and it's like if
Well,
anybody
bro,
with
think
common
about this.
sense are gonna see it. And this is another thing: if she was drugged, supposedly drugged, why wasn't there a police report made? Why
Right.
wasn't
They had your
police
ID.
involved? Why wasn't there any police ever called to the hospital to take a report? Why wasn't well, there's so many things of like, bro, come on. And you mean you was only in there for 4 or 5 hours and then they just let you leave and you're supposed like, nah, that's not how that shit would have worked. And then you say you got chest compressions, and well, why would you get chest compressions? The only way that would happen is if your heart stopped. And it's
Yeah.
like, and then you're like,
Well,
where's the
CPR, you're
bruises at? And if
breathing.
you got chest compressions with your hands, or either your ribs or your chest is going to be bruised up. You might have some broken ribs if the shit was done properly,
You're
or if
supposed
they
to.
done
Yeah.
yeah, or if
Yeah.
they hit you with those paddles, you'd have had marks and shit. Like that would have been there. And none of that shit was there. She would have showed it. And none of that stuff was there. And then like I can't wait to get this toxicology report because that sucks because it's going to take us a little while because of HIPAA and shit. But man, wait till all this shit gets done. And then I've got some defamation and slander. I'm coming for some people's asses.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Sarah. But listen, this is my thing too, bro. Is like, why, if this is the experience that you had with somebody, right? She doesn't have a social media. I mean, she has a Facebook, but she didn't have a platform. Plenty of people keep saying, oh, this girl ain't got a platform to go tell her truth. The sheriff's department is where you tell your truth.
That
You
listen. If there
You
was a
don't
criminal,
come
if there
to
was,
country rap fucking community to a bunch of rappers and go on a panel and flirt with a bunch of dudes that you've never met before so that the whole world can see it. That is not the move that a female that just got drugged and just got left to the wolves would just say, hey, let me hop on an internet panel and just tell my story. That doesn't make any sense, especially if
it
there's no
makes
police report.
0 sense.
None.
0 sense.
Not a
Zero.
lick, not a lick of
You
sense.
know
And it's
why?
sad. It's sad,
Do you
bro.
know why? You know why, Kurt?
Why?
Because it's a fucking lie.
Yeah, I believe it, bro. I
If
I'll
there
be
was
honest,
any,
dude.
if there was fucking any of that shit, the police would have came to the fucking hospital. They would have had to done a report. On top of that, somebody would not act and behave the way that they have. And then like making posts of like calling me Ginger, Diddy, and all this crazy ass shit, trying to make a joke of it. Like if something was
Yeah,
like that to happen, like I've known some people that that's happened to, and that's not how they handled it. They went to the fucking cops, and they was very fucking trip. They wasn't laughing and I'm gonna be a country rapper and let me get as many views and clicks as I possibly can. Like, and that's all it is. And like anybody with common sense can see that shit. It's just
facts.
mind blowing.
Tennessee Outlaw says if she was drugged and the popo shut up, there would be paperwork. Drugging someone is a felony. Yeah, that's facts.
Damn
Hey, and
right.
bro, and you know what I seen?
They
I
wouldn't have
seen
let me. They wouldn't have let me leave there. I came to that fucking place, bro. You think
they
I'd have
had your
what?
ID.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. They had her ID.
Okay. I
When
thought,
I
but when the
when
paramedics.
they asked for her, when I gave her the ID, that I had her ID in my wallet because
Oh, okay, okay.
she wanted me to carry her ID when we went down to
I see.
Broadway,
Right. So
so
she
she
didn't
wouldn't have to
lose it.
carry that
Okay.
wallet.
Okay.
Yes, and
Okay. That makes sense.
I handed that medic her ID.
Right.
You think
But then
that
you went to the
if I would have
hospital.
done something like that, you think I would have went to the fucking hospital where I just
No.
supposedly did that? They would have
No, you
not
would have
let me
grabbed that
leave that
rental car.
hospital.
Yeah, you would have grabbed that rental and been off to
No, I would have
Mississippi.
fucking gotten the car with my buddies and left. That's not something I would fucking
Yeah.
do.
Nah,
But
man,
there's
that's
so
it.
many things about this. If people just fucking sit down and think for 2 seconds, come on now, this is common sense. And then, like I said, the main thing of how this has been handled is tried to been turned into a fucking circus and a shit show, and wanting to go
Yep.
do songs in a studio and what? Who
Yeah.
does that? That's not how that shit
She's seen
works.
money when if you watch that. I don't know if it still exists. People are saying they deleted that stream, but when Justin says he's gonna get her in a studio and make her a country rapper, bro, her fucking eyes, boom, like you just seen money signs in her eyes. So what I'm hearing is a gold digger, bro. She says she a gold digger, way over, and she wasn't getting the gold enough from you all the time, bro. And she was like, wait a minute, because then I heard her take shots at your show, right? That made me think, well, why are you even worried? If you sell 40 tickets, right, at fucking $50 a ticket,
This is
and
the
you make a
thing
little
though,
bit of cut,
Kurt.
who
It
cares
was
that ain't your?
fucked up. It was listen, it was packed, but a situation popped off and
Yeah.
all those members had to go handle what they had to go do.
No, I get that, but I'm saying it shouldn't even matter at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like if she was there to kick it with you and she was enjoying herself, it wouldn't have mattered how many fucking people were in the crowd. The reason she cared is she sees money, bro. It's money. She sees the big
It's
chains
just
and
a
the gold teeth and the money.
it's just a big fucking shit show at this point. And I didn't even want to have to do this shit, but I wanted people I didn't want any unanswered questions. And if I would have went on live and just done this by myself, I wanted someone to be able to ask me questions. At first I didn't. I was like, fuck that. I'm just gonna do it for my shit by myself. But then like I was advised, like, man, I would probably just let somebody interview you and do it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And then you reached
Is
out
it
to
a
me and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
is it a stretch to say that this chick's like might have some mutual friends along the line with maybe some of your enemies?
No, she already did beforehand.
Okay.
There's a couple people that live in my town that I'm not cool with, and she's definitely super cool with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was
Cause I
like,
could
what the
I could
fuck?
I could imagine, bro. Like these dudes do some sketchy ass shit, bro. It's like I never understood how fucking cutthroat this country rap shit. And what a lot of these people don't understand is it's been this cutthroat behind the scenes. We're just getting to see it now. Like it's just starting to come to the fucking internet now, which is
It's
wild. But
it's wild, bro, and I hate that it had to do all this shit. And like this is just getting started, and you won't after this thing right here after tonight. You won't see anything from me anymore posting about it until it comes to court. but I wanted at least to do this one last thing because after this I'm done. Like I'm not to put any more videos on stories. I'm not posting nothing. I don't give a fuck what they say when I interview. I'm not saying nothing else. I've answered any more questions. If there's any questions that you still have, I'm willing to answer them. But like after tonight, like I'm not speaking about it anymore. I'm not posting anything else until it comes to court.
Yeah, bro, that's the right way to handle it. Like, I respect that. See, this is the thing. As men, whenever you see this shit, you watch. You're gonna pay attention. You're gonna see, hey, am I fucking cool with the dude that maybe did some shady shit? And you're gonna watch it from both sides. And I did. And I'm gonna tell you what. When she started going off and acting the way that she was acting and going to the areas that look, I don't have a problem with Chop Easy. I don't have a problem with a few of the dudes are over there. I don't like a lot of the shit that they do. I don't respect a lot of the shit that they do. But one thing, that's not where you take this. You take this to the fucking
The
courthouse.
fucking
You don't come
police.
on the internet. Yes. You if that as a dad that has two daughters, my daughters need to know if that happens to them, they go to the fucking cops. They don't go to a YouTube live stream to talk to a bunch of dudes about a female experience like that. As a woman, you like I
And
don't
then on top of
understand
it,
that,
this right
dude.
here, this is the one I was like, wow. When they were laughing and giggling and they were like, "Oh, this will be the time that they better hurry up and drop this album now. Ryan and Chris better drop this album." I'm like, who the what kind of sick motherfucker would think to do even mind the process about
Promoting.
dropping a fucking album right now because there's a bunch of shit going on, and it's
All
like,
they see is money.
but that's
It's
just
money.
crazy to me to like even think like that. To be like, oh, they better drop the music now. And then like I seen it. So he ended up what's Justin done? He done post his Instagram. Oh, this is my only Instagram. This like, oh my God, like, bro, you're trying to I see what you're doing, and so does
Yeah.
anybody else with common sense if they ain't a dick rider. Like it's not fucking hard to see. And like people can see how she's handled it, and how she's handled it is fucking disgusting and pathetic. And anybody that's actually been drugged, it's a spit
Yep.
in the fucking face to anyone that's ever had to deal with that shit. And
I
so
agree.
many women, I mean, so many girls that's had that happen to them has said like messaged me and said this like that's so fucked up. I've seen girls like threaten like say some crazy shit like wild shit that they're very pissed off and they either gotten raped and this is like made them feel a certain type of way and this and that. And I'm just like, this is fucking
She would not
absurd.
be they don't make up new rap names, bro. I heard this chick making up her new rap name for her rap premiere on fucking Justin Time's new song. Like
Like
tell
what?
me yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that is sad, bro. That
Sad.
I didn't I haven't even been on this internet shit doing this shit because it gets so fucking ridiculous. But this is like the low of the low. If somebody fabricated, bro, I hope and pray that you do go through
Bro, I
and
cannot
and do it,
wait
bro.
till
I
I
hope
get
you do.
this. When this shit gets subpoenaed, I cannot wait. I will spend every motherfucking dollar I've worked for to make
Yep.
sure that this shit happens. I'll, I'll,
Yeah, bro.
I'll lose every dollar to my fucking name to make sure that this shit doesn't happen to somebody else again. Like, I
Because
swear
it's
to
one
God, I
thing to
will.
say you're a piece of shit or you don't have enough money for
Like,
her
have
or
I
you're
done shit in
fucking
my
you're
past? Have I been the best person in the
whatever.
world?
Yeah.
Fuck no. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I've
Yeah.
got demons. I've done some dumb shit in my past. Years ago, I wasn't the best person. But to
Yeah.
sit around and treat me like I'm some fucking predator and put me on saying I drugged people and this and that, like, what the fuck? And then to
Yeah.
like make a mockery of it and then try to make dollars off of it and this and that. Hell motherfucking no. I'm not. I swear to God. I will be at that courthouse every fucking day, stomping my feet until this shit is handled.
Bro, that's and look, at the end of the day, that's I believe when she's making these advances and saying that this is how it happened, this is the only way you solve that. Because you
You
have
damn
a
right.
reputation to uphold, right? You're a
Bro, I couldn't
musician.
even listen. I can't even send my kid. I won't even send my kid to school for the rest. This is his last week of school. He's not even going. I don't want him to
Yeah.
have to deal with any of this shit. Because, bro, everywhere I've went in my town since this shit has happened, people coming up to me saying, "Damn, I'm standing out front of my tattoo shop. People driving by, pulling around, coming back in. Hey, man, what?" I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it. Every person that says
Yeah.
something, I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk
Yeah.
about it. And then I
Yeah.
see him post, and then I'm like, fuck, it's making me mad, and I'm saying shit back. And then after that last one earlier, I was like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. and I need to just go live on my YouTube channel, address this, and I'm not going to address it no more until after court. And then you just so happened to reach out, and I was like, I just had talked to Ryan, and I was like, fuck, man. He's like, I would have somebody interview you. And then you just so happened to reach out, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do that, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, because I know you had said something about that you were going to do it and you're just going to kind of tell this story. But I know how it is trying to tell the story and people are like, well, what happened here? And then you're trying to read the chat. Like doing this shit is not, people think we just sit up here and it's live and there's no effort. We have to
And
keep the conversation and
I also seen like people say like, I can't believe he recorded and this and that. Well, you don't. People that don't live have not in my shoes and done what I've done, and you wouldn't think to think like that. But I've been in fucked up positions before, and people try to. It's all about this all the time. So I wanted to make sure that I covered my ass, and I made sure that I did, and I showed people what happened. But then motherfuckers tried turning it around. Once they got out there, they're like, she's like, oh shit. And then I see people making fucking posts about crazy shit. And then it's just like, they're trying to make a mockery of it. And it's like, bro, I have a livelihood. I have a kid that I fucking take care of. I got one kid that lives with me full time. I have a newborn daughter. I have businesses. I have people that I am fucking employ that depend on me. And I just have a lot going on. I'm not going to let someone take that from me. And I'm not. And I will sell every car to my fucking name. I'll sell a piece of jewelry. I will sell everything in my fucking that I have to make sure that this shit gets handled and we get to see those motherfucking toxicology reports, them phone records, them goddamn cameras, and all everything. I'm making sure of it.
bro, no, listen, this is important. You got to check your DMs for Burden's Fan Gen because look, do you see what's on the screen right now? Do you
I
know who
can't see it.
It says Burden's Fan Gen says, ask them why they tried using Summer. I think for this surprise, Summer told me everything. Justin, you're done. So Summer Rain was the chick that was up there that thinks she could rap or whatever. She's kind of
Up
funny, but she's
where?
always on Chops panels. They did that Summer Rain. She was like a blonde haired, loud. I'm Summer Rain, bitch. She's fucking
I don't,
wild,
I
bro.
don't, I don't be watching it until somebody sends me something, and when they start talking about me, then I'll jump on there and see some shit. That's the only
So
time I ever watch.
supposedly they already tried to spit this with Summer to go try to hook up with Hosier so that they could get this same thing done to you, but from another person. And sent you all the info about it. So it's Burden's fan Jen on Instagram. I would check that. It's wild, bro. And it was really crazy to me how quick Justin was on it. And I thought to myself, I said, man, he was on that shit, bro. Like quick.
Quick.
And that,
What
and to
did
be
she? Where
honest
did
with
this get? Where did this get sent to?
uh she said I sent it. She said I sent the info to Hosier. So probably Instagram.
I'm
Let me
looking.
check it out.
I've gotten so many messages, bro. It's I don't. I mean, there's so motherfucking
Here,
many of these bitches. I don't know.
just go to I'll give you her Instagram. Just go to her Instagram and then click the message part on. I think that you could do it that way. Let's see. She had it used to be yeah, it still is. It's Burden's fan Jen, one word. And it's like a rainbow of a I believe that's the right one. Yeah.
What it Burden fan all the way?
Burden's fan Jen, yeah.
Burdens. I know I have this. There we go. Yep.
There you go.
It's got like 9 followers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I just
Following
requested
50.
to. Requested to see.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
There's nothing
Jen,
there.
I think that's the one. I might have the wrong
But
one, but
anyways, we'll figure
anyways,
that out.
we'll
I
get
don't
back to
want
that.
to.
Yeah, but that's important though. That is important because look, that is what kind of creating drama and turmoil seems to be a thing that Justin likes to do. Like I've just
Especially when
watched.
it comes to me. This isn't
I
the first
know,
time he loves it, man. Like, dude, that
I
dude is
know.
obsessed with me. It's weird. He literally texted me, right? I'm on the phone talking to Ryan, right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, Justin Stowers is calling me, right? Hold on, let me go to this shit.
Recently,
Yesterday, I think.
he
Yeah, yeah.
blocks me but wants to talk to you. That's hilarious. But he hates you.
He
He's got a
he
secret
called my
crush on you, dog.
he called my cell phone because it came up. I don't have his number saved, which you're gonna see. Here it is. I don't have it saved, but when he called me, it said Justin Stowers. But hold on,
Yeah,
I'm
in
gonna
his
read
the
these to
caller
you.
ID. Yeah, that's funny, bro.
So when he calls me, I'm talking to. When he calls me, I'm talking to Ryan. Right? I tell him I'm like Justin Stowers is calling me. I didn't answer it. Right? I just kept talking to Ryan, and then
Yeah,
after I got off the phone, I called him. He starts talking crazy, and then just hangs the phone up on me. Right? So I sent him this little little fucking like emoji thing, right? Boom, hit him
yeah,
with that. He goes, I called Chop. Me and Chop had a long the phone call. That's why the fucking video on YouTube got taken down because I FaceTime Chop. I said, I'm gonna show you some things on my phone, and I'm gonna show you some things that I didn't post. And I was like, if I was you, I would take that video down. And I show
yeah,
him, and he was like, as I'm on the phone, with him, he's like, I'm taking this video down. He's like, I don't want no part in this shit. He's like, this bitch is crazy and obviously a liar. So he took the video down. Well, then Justin got all butthurt. His dad got all butthurt and got in his ass about taking that shit down. That's why he hit me up. He's like, stop calling people and bitching saying you're going to sue and this and that. Well, hell yeah, I'm going to. What do you mean? Of course I'm going to because I want to get them fucking phone records and I want that toxicology report. Those two
mm,
things right there are the most important to me. That and that camera footage of me handing that ID because she said that I stole her ID and all this other bullshit. No, I fucking didn't. I gave it to that medic. And everything that she said so far, I've been able to show y'all that that's bullshit. Every bit of it. Every single fucking thing. And I've got so much more in this phone when we get done. If you can get to an iPhone or I'll call you on Instagram, I'm going to screen share with you and show you all this crazy other shit that I got that I can't post. And
it's wild.
it's wild.
And all this happened. Like, are we talking less than a month? Like total time that from the moment that she gave
Everything,
you the go to hang out.
yes. Yes, bro. Like we was only talking a few days into the shit, and I said something, which I'll show you in this too. Like I say something in a text message about being, this is kind of Russian. She's like, no, it's not. Like this is meant to be. Just on, and my dumb ass fell for it, and like, cause hell, I've been trying to holler at her for a long time, and like I said, everything had been cool, everything was great. Besides, I've seen her drinking, and I was being passive aggressive, saying like, hey, like you need to start to
Yeah,
slow that shit down, like it's not good to drink alcohol every day. And she's like, well, you take pills. And I'm like, yeah, I'm prescribed to them. And I also don't get belligerent. You know what I mean? Like you should probably slow down drinking hard liquor every day. It's not good for you. And
right.
she
No,
didn't
I'm.
like that. And from the
Well,
time
that's
I said that
defending.
shit, bro, from the time I
Yeah,
said that, I knew something changed. And then even the day that I left, I knew when we was leaving. And I went against my gut and I never do it. And I did it about 2 or 3 times on this fucking trip, and every time it failed me. And the very last one, I was not going against my gut no more. I just wasn't.
yeah.
And
No,
I
I
was
feel
damned
it,
if I
bro.
do. I was damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. Because she wanted them keys. Now, them keys that she couldn't fucking find and wanted them so fucking bad, she was going to leave me there. So I'd have got stuck there if I wouldn't have had them, what people would have said then. Well, he
Yeah,
got left.
yeah,
Would it have been the same? Or would it have been sexist? Oh, it's different because
yeah,
it's a girl got laid down there.
yeah.
Would it have been the same if I got left down there?
Well, see, that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't understand what you pretty much stayed with her a lot longer than. See, look, bro. I'll be honest. Soon as she started drinking like that, and soon as she started doing the things that she was doing, most men would have been gone. Like, let's be honest. You stayed around, and people are like, "Oh, he left her 2 different times." What? He left her down at the hospital because they wouldn't let him ride in the ambulance, so he had to get there at some point. Then what are you gonna do if the person can't
And
talk
I
and is just laying
still
there in the
went there,
hospital?
bro. I went to
Yeah,
that hospital. And
yeah.
once
And
I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck this, bro. I can't do
you don't even
this.
really know this chick. Let's be real. Like, you also don't know her completely. You've only been around her for a little amount of time, and
And
she's
I
going
didn't
to
want to
this
go.
extent.
I didn't want to be public with any of it. She was like pushing me to do it. And she was like, I've got messages literally of her being like, I'm saying like this is being rushed. And she can try to delete whatever. I've already screen recorded and fucking screenshot everything. And I've already given it to the people that I need to give it to. So like anybody can't, it can't nothing be hid now. Like, so
Yeah.
like I've got it all. I need what
Well, I
I need.
haven't
I've
seen her
got what I
produce a
need.
receipt. I haven't seen a
I,
receipt
oh,
from her for any of this.
None of it. And she don't want
Any of it.
to. What about the cheating shit? Doesn't want to say nothing about none of that.
Nothing.
None of it.
Nothing.
And
Crickets.
to handle the situation like it's been handled, like we've already talked about it, like that's not how someone would handle it. It's just not how someone would handle it, bro. Like that's not how
Not
someone
at
would
all.
handle it at all.
Not at all.
How it being handled is how I'm handling it, and I shouldn't have even posted the things that I posted, but I had to post that shit because as I'm driving, I'm
Yeah.
getting calls from my fucking cousin. I'm getting calls from my friends. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to make it aware, bro. And like, because she made that fucking post and like she shouldn't have. She should have just took the stuff down, took the pictures down like I did. I unfriended her. I fucking blocked her, called it a
Yeah.
day, and that's where it was at.
Well, I also based this off of because you were in a relationship a couple months ago around the time you went out to Nashville the last time, right? And I noticed it was
Yeah,
just a quiet departure. It was a quiet departure. You guys went your own
yeah.
ways. There was no,
We
it
didn't.
was
We didn't go out. We
zero.
didn't go out. We didn't do that shit. We don't because I don't go out and drink, bro. That's not my thing.
But
I
I,
done
but
that
I,
so many. I did it so much throughout the. I just. It's just not my thing no more.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like looking at it full circle throughout, like, hey, he was just I seen the blonde chick, and they didn't have like this nasty, dirty breakup. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. You would think that as many enemies as you got in your home state, that would have got brought up already. They probably tried. They probably already tried to
No,
reach out to
it
that
wasn't
chick.
like a nasty breakup, but it was kind of a weird ending. Like it was definitely a
Yeah,
weird ending, but like it was nothing like there's
it
nothing
wasn't
like
this, right?
this.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
not
I'm saying.
this. Like
Yeah,
this is a
yeah,
totally different situation. Like this is fucking way left field, and like people can see it. And like I'll tell you where she fucking put the nail in her coffin is when she started making them posts and when it got on that live and was just all hee ha 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 and flirting and fucking being the way she was.
yep,
So many at first, bro, I had so many messages, people being like rah 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 rah. And then when that happened, people were literally sending me messages apologizing about the messages they sent to me. They were like, "Never mind. Like we're sorry. Like I shouldn't have said this or that." And I didn't even respond to that shit. I was just like, "Fuck it. I'm not going to entertain all these fucking messages." Because bro, there's
yeah.
so fucking many.
Well, the thing is, bro, it looks like they're trying to cancel you. It looks like they're trying to blackball you. They're trying to do the same shit that other people would supposedly try to do to them. That's what it looks like on the surface from somebody
But
that's a
the
fan of this
but the
shit looking
thing of it
in. That's
is,
what it looks like.
I was smart enough to make sure I covered my ass and I videotaped and screenshot and I did everything I needed to do to make sure I covered my ass because I've been in fucked up situations
Did you
before.
do that
And I,
because you got jammed? Is that why you've
I
had? Is that why
I
you
done
did
been
it?
in this position. I done been in this fucked up position before. I done fucking got
Right,
charged for this before. Not this time, not drugging, but fucking batteries and shit.
right.
And I was just like, fuck this shit. I'm making sure that I'm videotaping everything. And as I'm sitting in the lobby of the hotel, she's putting her hands all over me. I just got my hands up like this. I'm like, can y'all
Yeah,
please do something about this? Like,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
She's like
Yeah,
trying to get in
and
my
it's all
pockets and
documented.
shit.
Yeah, and it's all there's not
Yes,
only you, hotel lobbies like, and that's the part of this that's crazy to me
all
is this
of it.
chick's gonna take it all the way here. That's wild. She better
And
have
it's
them
like, yeah.
receipts. Yeah,
I'm
she
like, and I
better have them
don't. Not
receipts.
only do I got the shit in my phone, bro. I'm gonna get those camera footage and that toxicology report and that fucking them phone records. And then whenever we get to see like the conversations that she was having with people, but after this shit happened of trying to plan shit and talking shit, we're gonna get all that shit. And I'm gonna sue the fuck out of some people.
Jeremy
'Cause this
Lloyd
is
says,
playing with
Hozier,
my livelihood and my life, man. Like this is not a joke. Like people are making a
what'd you
joke of
learn
all
from
this
this?
shit. And it's not.
Like for real, like no bullshit aside, what did you if you could take one thing that you learned that from this whole situation that you ain't gonna repeat next time, what is it?
To make sure that I do research on somebody before I ever get that serious with somebody ever again.
Hmm.
Because
Especially at this age.
if I would have known the things that I know now, I would have never. This would have never happened. I would have never let her get as close to me. I would have never done it. I would have just hit it, been done. That would have been that. But like
Right.
we was fucking making that. She was wanting to like. We both was like everything was cool, and like I said,
Yeah.
until we got down there, and I started notice a couple of days prior beforehand, after kept saying shit about that alcohol. And then the day we left, I said something about it again. And then I had to say something about it again while we're down there, not only verbally, but y'all just seen it up there earlier on the phones. Like, you have an alcohol problem. Like, you need to stop. Like, it's this, obviously you can't handle that shit. It's some people can, some people can't. She can't.
I think it's alcohol. Like, bro, I'm going on 8 years of sober from alcohol,
Bro,
bro. I would
her
say,
the guy, I don't know if you've seen this either. The guy that was saying she was her, that the guy was saying that was her dad. He made a whole post at first, right? I
mhm.
hit him up and was like, this is what I got. I start showing him everything. He's like, as I'm talking to him, he's like, I'm taking my post down. Takes his post down. But this is what was
No
weird.
way.
Yeah, he took his post down. After I showed him the shit, he took his post down. And I screenshotted the shit, our conversation, and I put this one part of the conversation up. And come to find out, it wasn't even her dad. It was the girl's dad that was with her, brought her back. It was her dad, exactly who it was. But she just calls her his daughter. He said, alcohol and infidelity has been a
Yeah.
problem for her in her past. He's like, you usually have that with the hot ones. At first, I didn't even register the last part that he said. And then I was like, wait a second. Did this motherfucker
Damn.
just call his daughter hot? Like,
Yeah, but
what the
I
fuck?
see.
I was like, wait a
But
second.
yeah,
And then there's infidelity and this has been an issue before. Like, okay, this is weird. Like, you obviously, there's some lot of weird issues and shit here that don't probably need to get addressed
she
with her.
he
Like,
calls her
she
his
needs to go,
daughter, but it's not really her dad, and he's
yeah.
calling her a hot girl. And this dude's probably in his 60s, 50s, maybe.
50s or 50s, 60s, something like that. And I got it. It was weird. And he's like, and then he ended up paying for her Airbnb while she was down there and had to send her down there and shit. I'll
You
read this
think
shit,
maybe
dude.
because you were shaking and moving a little bit on the internet that she kind of said, maybe Hosier's getting paid a little bit
Duh.
more now. You think that? You
Yes.
think that? Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's more
She
plausible
fucking
because
shared the post.
yeah.
If you look, she shared the one post of me and Ryan of me saying something about the out. She shared that post and she would
Oh
say shit
really?
to me. And then she said that I made her call her Ryan when I had sex with her. Like what?
That was wild, bro. That was she was quick with that joke though, but you can't be joking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess you can, but a person that just went through that type of shit in their life ain't gonna be joking like that. I mean,
Fuck
everybody handles
no.
grief differently, but I just can't picture that this chick went through that much turmoil and she got drugged and left for dead, basically, is how they were putting it. And then she's on a live panel just laughing and joking, flirting, popping her gum, chewing her gum like that gum is her lifeline. She stops chewing that fucking piece of gum, she's gonna fall out. It was wild
For
to see,
real.
bro. And I'm just watching like, damn, what the fuck is Hosier gonna do about this, bro? Because as a man, it's scary as fuck, dude. That's why I'm glad I ain't in the dating scene, bro. That's why I'm trying to look at it
Oh
from
yeah.
like,
At one point in the car, she looked at me while she was driving. She's like, "I'll fucking kill us both." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Please pull this fucking car over." I was like,
yeah,
"Bro, I was,
already, bro. You ain't even fucking married yet, and she's already talking like that. That's wild. Yeah,
bro,
that's
it was
crazy, bro.
scary as fuck."
Stay out of that. Leave them Broadway girls alone. She's a Broadway girl. That's what it is. She just ain't found. She found Broadway, bro.
Right
She did.
here.
That was a
So
short
this
spin out
dude,
on Broadway.
I was like, she's sending news to guys and having combos with guys. I said, I have it all on my phone. He said, I think that's been everyone's problem with her. Alcohol, infidelity, it's always the hot ones. And this is the
That's
guy that's
wild, bro.
calling, who would say that? Like, what? And you're calling this girl your daughter, you weird fuck?
A guy that goes to Disneyland without his kids and doesn't have any kids.
Like,
Like,
it's
yeah, that's
fucking
weird, bro.
weird. And then I've heard all
Yeah.
kinds of crazy shit about this dude. But regardless of any of that, what it boils down to, man, is that this girl played with my motherfucking life. And she's done this to several people. Like I said, motherfuckers have ended up in jail, dead, and fucking mental hospitals. There's a dude sitting in work release right now. There's a dude that just got out of the mental hospital like not too long ago, fucking facing a lot of fucking time. Fucking, there's people who's dead. Like this is I dodged a very big bullet, and I'm going to make sure that this girl don't ever do this to somebody ever again. And hopefully she learns from this situation instead of trying to, because when this shit gets subpoenaed and we go to court, this shit's no longer a game no more. You can get on the internet and say whatever you want. Like I said, I'm not saying shit no more about the situation after this fucking when I get off this live.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
when we go to court, that's going to get very serious. And you're going to have to take that stand and you're going to have to tell the truth. And when we pull them records, you're going to have to be like, I fucked up.
I mean, bro, and I think you really covered it. If anybody's got any questions that make any sense, I will ask
If
Hosier. I
there's
don't,
any, if there's any questions
if
about
they're
anything, it makes
respectful,
sense.
I will,
I'll
yeah.
answer them.
Because what I hear, bro, is I mean, look, people have said, is Hosier drinking? Is Hosier, he's admitted to drinking. He also said he didn't, I mean, I ain't gonna speak for you, but they're like, oh, is he doing the booger sugar too?
Fuck no. I haven't
Yeah.
done it since
So,
January 22nd of last year. I even had
and
to tell
he,
her, like, hey, I told her, like, hey, don't do that shit in front of me. I don't want to be around it.
well, you also said that you do take pharmaceuticals and they're prescribed.
I take my prescriptions that are prescribed to me. And my
Yeah.
ass
So,
don't get belligerent. You guys see
yep,
me every day on the internet. You know what I mean? You guys
yep,
would see that.
yep.
Y'all
Now,
see me
how
get
far?
up, take my son. Y'all see me get up every morning, take my son to school, and go to the gym, go get food, and go to the gym, and start my day.
Yeah. No, hey, that's what I'm saying. I've kind of watched and paid attention. Bro, you know, in the beginning of this shit, I was kind of iffy on. I didn't, everybody's like, "Ah, Hosier, man." I didn't know enough about you, bro.
Thank God I recorded everything that I did.
Well, no, not. I'm
Yep.
saying like in the beginning when you and Church kind of, link back up. I didn't really listen to your music prior to that. I didn't know much about you. I heard a lot of hate towards you, and I heard a lot of people didn't like you. So I kind of just steered away from that situation. So coming into this, I was looking for reasons to be like, I don't really like that about Hosier. Bro, you've been a solid dude. So you've told this story on here, but I've also heard you tell bits and pieces of it throughout the week, and it all lies in the same conversation. It ain't
And
like
it's the
you're
same, and it's the same thing every time because it's not a lie that I have to remember. I'll keep saying the same thing because it's the same shit, and it's just mind blowing to me, bro. And I still can't fucking wrap my mind around it all. And to like make a joke of it and like try to fucking make a mockery of me and make fun of the situation and shit. It's like this ain't a funny situation. And like for her to make fun of the situation just like shows like it's just weird and like that's not how people handle it, but I'm handling it how I need to handle it, and I'm doing what I got to do, and I'm gonna make sure that fucking people answer for what happened.
she said you threw away the hospital report. Somebody said, well, there's more copies. Hospital has a
Yes,
thing
that
called My Portal, and you can click on your
yes,
phone and sign in with your social security number, and it will take you right to your
facts,
medical discharge papers, what you were
facts,
prescribed with, what they said happened to you. It will tell you
facts.
everything, the EKG results, the blood test result. It will give you everything. And if it ain't there
And this
today,
is
it'll be
you
there next
know,
week when they're uploaded or
and
whatever,
she had to have stormed out of the hospital and just took those things off of her because she had them still all attached to her when she fucking walked up out of there. I think they would have took those things off, right?
Sometimes, depending on the tech, like sometimes they'll help you, but most of the time they just click, click, click here, sign these papers. Have a good one. Use mild soap and water to get them off in the shower. Like, so
But
it just
why
depends.
wasn't there a police report done at the hospital? If there was drugs in there that shouldn't have been in there and she got drugged, there would have been a police report made. But they seen what was in her system and was like, oh, this motherfucker's just on drugs and drunk. That's her fucking problem. That's all it was. And
I
that's
agree.
what it was.
I agree. I think my personal opinion, hospitals are aware of what people are drugged with usually, and they can look at levels of what's in your system, especially benzodiazepines. They can see benzo abuse. You know what I'm saying? In a blood and a doctor that knows what he's looking at, they can see levels of benzos, and it wasn't just one. You accidentally took one. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody, and it
No.
doesn't work like that anyway. You can't just liquefy a benzo and put it in a drink and drink it and you're just out like that. Especially if, I don't know, bro. There's a lot of scenarios, but I don't see a hospital taking in a possible drugged person and not taking a police report. Like
And
just for the simple fact that
then
that was
letting
inserted into it in Nashville, why didn't they just take a report? Hey, let's just type this chick's name in a report, make sure we got everything, and just in case
yes.
this blood, just in case that she don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't
And
see it.
then
I don't.
the person that she was with, I came to the hospital. They let me in the hospital and I left the hospital. They wouldn't have let me leave up out that motherfucker if that shit was any kind of like if there was any kind of foul play. For one, like I said, obviously I wouldn't have went up there. Two, they wouldn't have let me walk up out that motherfucker. Hell, I was just in there chilling, bro. I had sat down in that motherfucking seat and was waiting. I was just like, fuck this. I was like, this is not it. I'm not this isn't what I want to do.
These motherfuckers want. Oh, Dustin said he wants his money back if Kalani didn't get his MacBook. I'm sure Kalani got his MacBook, bro. Ain't
Kalani's
nobody
it's
scamming out here.
ain't nobody scamming nothing.
Nah.
Motherfuckers are they just running with bullshit.
Yeah. Bro, Kalani's a real one. If Kalani don't get his MacBook, he'll tell Hosier, "Give me my motherfucking MacBook." Quit. Hey, what did they think Kalani's soft, bro? If Kalani don't get his MacBook, he gonna give. Oh, he'd be like, "Let's go." Kalani's a big motherfucker too. People are underestimating that dude, bro. Like he's a tall feller, bro. He ain't just some little guy. Oh, that's wild.
This
Yes, Kalani got it
motherfuckers
and
are
he posted
crazy.
it. He posted thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. Hosier did nothing. He's definitely bro. It is wild, dog. I don't really see any questions. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom, see what I got. For the most, like I said, bro,
Shit's crazy, bro.
you've been pretty transparent about it, Chris. With all the unfolding like this, it means you are making it, bro. The more haters you get in the process, the bigger you're becoming. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, he's got a point. Just doing podcasts and says the hospital will always follow the protocol on a situation involving drugs. If she was drugged for real and they didn't call the cops, then that hospital would get sued quick. And I agree to that too, bro. That's
Quick
facts. Yeah.
facts.
Someone says, Facts Hoser, I can vouch for what you're saying about your son. You definitely take him to school. It's not about Kalani. It's about how this guy wants to sit and troll and almost got me. Troy says Creek Squad, Virginia, 15 shows this tour. Let's go. Go Hosier. She is straight trash. We got your back, bro. He made a video posting it. Yeah, bro. I mean, like I said, dog, you got a lot of people just support you. Follow through with the right things, the right way to handle it. I think you understand, like, this
I'm
chick is,
I'm handling
yeah,
it. I figure
yeah,
it's things have happened how it's happened. It's a shitty situation, but now things are being handled how they need to be handled. And I don't care what, like I said, I don't care what's said, what kind of bullshit gets said on there. They're gonna try to make me look bad and go to ex girlfriends, and I don't care about any of that bullshit that's being said. I care about this situation right here. This is a
yeah,
situation that's fucked up, and it's now affecting my fucking personal life. I couldn't send my son to school. I'm having to look at fucking crazy shit. I'm being approached by people in public. They're asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's just a shitty situation, and I shouldn't have to deal with. And she's done this shit to a lot of people. Not this same situation, but just the same shit, different toilet. Like I said, people have ended up in jail, dead, and fucking mental hospitals fucking with this girl. And it's just, this is a fucking ongoing thing, and I'm cool. Have I had the best relationships in the past? Fuck no. Have I had some shitty shit happen? Fuck yes. Have I been the problem several fucking times? Yes. But this situation right here, I wasn't. And it is what it is. And I will make every decision from here on out to make sure that this is handled the way it needs to be handled in court.
hey, that's what's up, bro. I've heard you take accountability a lot lately too, on things that you have done wrong in your past. So, hey, all we could do is take besides look at it for what it is, and hopefully, this shit would just die out. I think if you handle it like you're gonna handle it, she's either gonna have to start showing some proof, or you know how that works.
Bro, a
Um,
month ago, April 5th, she literally, a situation. Let me show you something really fast.
yeah,
And then I'm going to jump off here.
yeah,
This was just of April 5th of this year on her Facebook.
that was
And it's like,
this is
it's like,
crazy
this is nuts, bro.
because it goes deeper. People are like, "Oh, Hosier, I thought you didn't know her." He made it clear he's been trying to talk to this girl for probably over a year, and she just kind of put him in the closet, didn't want to talk to him. And that's one of the reasons why he also thought she was super attractive, because she wasn't just giving in. Then out of the blue, she's like, "Hey, what's up?" They start kicking it. She's hanging out. He offers her to come out on this road trip to go perform in Mississippi. They stop in Nashville because she's never seen Nashville. They go there. They're there for barely any time, and she's already abandoning Hosier and just missing. Comes back all fucked up and is like, "Oh, I've been drugged." Like that. That's where we're at.
So, April 5th of this year, what a joke. Dude kicks in my door with a loaded gun with my name literally written on a bullet. Look, and what a joke. That was the first fucking post she made about me. That's how it first started out. What a joke. I'll never do this again. How convenient that this is how this starts off. What a joke. Dude kicks my door in with a gun, namely written on a bullet, held me hostage for 3 hours with 3 SWAT cars and 20 police cars surrounding my house. I had guns drawn on me, and you support that? Inexcusable. Period. Weird as fuck. Jonathan Drown's a bitch. Keep threatening to kill yourself like my son's dad did, and I'd have to live with that too. Sick fuck. On top of that, he could have got us both killed. I didn't even want to bring it up on here, but everyone's trying to stick up for him and support him. You all do not know shit. I have to witness that. We're discreetly on my. I have witnesses that were discreetly on video chat with me the whole time who've seen, heard everything. That's another thing she said about me. When I talked to that dude, and it was the same guy, this Mike dude that I caught her talking to. That's the same guy he caught her talking to. I didn't even.
Oh, that's the
My
same guy
kids,
from British with the British flag or whatever.
the same guy. My kids
Hey,
were not there, thank God, but we just came in my house the night before, unwelcome, and again with witnesses. Not the first time either. If he tries to come to my house again, I'll be prepared, ready to know. So this was just April 5th of this year. What is it? May? Is it May
the
fucking
end of May.
whatever? So
Yeah,
that's a little
yeah,
over a month ago. Give it a
yeah.
month. This is going to be somebody else's problem again.
That's wild,
Shit's
bro.
nuts.
It's a shelf life of a month, dog. And you've been, and that's the crazy part, is you haven't been vocal about, or you never put her out on the internet like, hey, this is my girl. Until that happened, look what happened. Like, it wasn't long after you posted the picture of the arm around her. I gotta go look before you get out of here. I gotta tell you what. Oh, you deleted it. Damn it. I'm sure it ain't on your
God,
Instagram no more.
I took all that shit down immediately. As soon as I fucking got in the car and left that place, I fucking took everything down that me and her had done. But I can tell you when it was. I can tell you I took the picture actually.
I was gonna say it's got to be a gap in between. It's got to be you. You were in Nashville in
So
April.
I took a
It's
picture. When I took the picture and put the emoji over her face because I didn't want nobody to know who it was. I didn't want nobody
yeah,
to know. That
yeah.
was May 14th.
And it's what May 28th, 2 weeks later. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Hosier, I appreciate you coming up here and telling this story, dog, because you didn't have to do this, and I think it answers a lot of people's questions. Like, why was he pushing?
I had to do this.
I
It
think
needed to be
you
done.
Well, I think you being somebody that's dabbled in substances in your life and has seen both sides of the fence, and you understand the alcohol and the drugs, and you understand sobriety, and you understand what can fuck your whole life up. I think you had a little bit of hope for this chick and thought, maybe if I just keep, then she even kind of got you dabbling into drinking like you don't normally drink. You said, I just drank to kind of fit in. Hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, bro.
Bro, this
Like
is
it
more,
sucks that it
bro.
came to this, but it taught you
Everything happens
something.
for a reason. Everything
Yeah.
happens for a reason, and this happened for more reasons than one.
Yeah, bro. You go down that road of drinking and dabbling in that booger sugar, you might not fucking come back, bro. That's a sad reality. Like,
And I'm good.
so
And I'm good. I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm good on that shit.
So I appreciate you coming up here and telling your story, bro. And look, if it comes time that you got to go to court and this needs to come down or something, bro, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I
this
know
shit's
that
just it's
people.
we're
No, I know,
good.
but
We're
I
good
just
over
want to
here.
make it clear because there's people in the chat going, "Oh, calling your bluff." I highly doubt, especially with what it's
No, it
coming
ain't.
to at this point. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah, bro, this shit's been posted. You think I'm gonna let that shit fly? No
Yeah.
way.
Well, your kid, bro, your kid being affected is wild. Like it sucks that he has to
Bro,
go to
I
fucking
couldn't send him to
school.
school. My son makes straight
Yeah.
A's and has not been able to
Yeah.
go to school this rest of this week. I mean, even though it is his last week, regardless, I wasn't letting him go to school because people were going to be saying shit. Because people follow him. People, all his kids at the school know who I am and shit.
Yeah, and you know what's wild is that was part of the reason why I was always like kind of standoffish towards you, and I see you doing such a good job with your son, bro. Salute to you, man. That's what's up, and you know maybe it's a blessing that he ain't got to be around that toxicity, because you know you see what it's just crazy, dude. Like the chick's got to, and I peeped that too. I want to point on this, and then I'm out of here. But the British flag guy in the fucking screenshots that you posted, whatever his name was, Dan. I noticed that British flag, and I'm
Mike.
thinking. Mike. So I'm like, okay, she's talking to a dude on Snapchat that doesn't probably even live in America while she's in another state with Hosier that I didn't know how long you knew each other, but it didn't seem like you were with the chick a couple months back, so it doesn't seem like you've been with her that long. So in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, she's hitting up this dude while at his show, sending nudes in the hospital, fucking, and then you say she's sending nudes from the hospital with her fucking sticky things on. Like, yo, it, this chick's just got a problem with fucking having fun and trying to tie shit down. Go be free, chick. Like I think that's the problem. She's trying to get a boyfriend with some money. And I seen her fucking hitting on that panel soon as they said they could make her a rapper and put her in the studio. She's like, "Yeah, let's go after work. I'll take the day off." I'm thinking, "Yo, I thought you were trying to advocate for being drugged by fucking some dude in Nashville and left for dead, not make an album with fucking Just in Time. Like, yo, what is happening?" So, salute
Fucking,
to
this
you,
is just
bro,
a
for
big
standing
ass
your
joke,
ground.
man.
Yeah, salute to you for standing your ground and fucking telling your story. And yo, I appreciate it.
Shit, I appreciate you coming up, bro. Appreciate it big time. And
Yes, sir.
I anybody that's ever had to like if this has actually happened to like I hate that they've had to like see this because it's probably brought up a lot of fucked up memories, and I know it's pissed off a lot of people that have had to deal with this, and it really sucks. And it's not funny. It's not jokeable. It's not nothing's funny about any of it at all. And like people making memes and this and that, like it's a real spit in the face to people that this happened to.
No,
But I
I
do
agree.
appreciate you bringing me up here and this shit happening, and it needed to be done. And I'm not talking about it no more. I don't. It's done until we go to court. I go have a meeting
Yes, sir.
tomorrow to have to get some more shit taken care of.
Hey, do your thing, bro. And hey, I salute to you. Keep grinding. Are we gonna see you on any of these shows? You think? I don't know. Are you allowed to speak on that? We gonna see some Hosier pop
Uh,
up out of nowhere? That'd be dope.
yeah, you going to see me,
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Well, hopefully I'll bump into you, get to shake your hand, man. I appreciate you, Hosier. Thank you for doing this. And yo, it was great.
right on, bro. You have a good night. Y'all have a
Hey,
good
you
night
too,
as
man.
well.
Peace. There
Peace.
was. Hosier. Y'all seen it, y'all heard it, you got your story, you seen the text, you seen the receipts. There was a lot of things that were shown. Go back, clip it, watch it, do whatever you need to do. Find your listen to your own thoughts and opinions on this shit, bro. We're all adults. We all know what it's like to be out drinking and having a good time around people that were new to hanging out with. That's the thing. Like I heard this chick drinking a lot. Sounds like one, she was an alcoholic. Two, she was definitely trying to loosen up downtown. It sounded like Hosier wasn't the fun, crazy, energetic, drunk, druggy that she thought she had found, and she wanted to go have fun, and she ended up fucking having a little too much fun, and then probably was embarrassed, probably was trying to defend that substance, that alcohol. Oh, he drugged me. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just take accountability. Hey, I drank too much. I did a little bit too much booger sugar. I fucking took my pharmaceuticals a little close to drinking that shot, and I got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And left it at that. Uh, I believe there was some persuasion on maybe the relationship was just shit and it wasn't gonna work, but somebody got in that inbox. Because 2 weeks after she went public on Instagram, the True Crazy came out. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I was gonna talk some shit, but we went a lot longer than I thought we were gonna do. I basically was gonna show some shit about Justin and explain why I think Justin Time's a piece of shit. I've always thought Justin Time's a piece of shit. I try to deal with him. I try to handle his little fucking I'm going to poke these people over here and act like I didn't do anything. And then when they start responding to me, I'm going to, oh, these guys are drug addicts, bad guys, stay up all night. Meanwhile, they're fucking up all night talking shit about everybody and anybody they can talk about. Then when Upchurch has anything to say about them, they all fucking cry. Wah, wah, wah. Cry like a bunch of bitches, bro. Just take your fucking lumps. You made a diss track. I gave you your flowers on your Roast to Ryan Upchurch. Hey, it was funny, bro. At least you thought outside the box. But you're an idiot, bro. You fucking look at the shit that comes behind Just in Time's name. I just watched video after video, read fucking police reports, read the rave is not a good place. And I've said it for years and I'll keep saying it. I would not take my family to that place. Tommy G's documentary on the rave, it is fucking horrible. Like, yo, that chick sounds like that's what she was trying to do. She was trying to redneck rave with fucking Hosier in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit reminds me of. But anyway, I appreciate you guys popping in. There was a lot of people here tonight. I've been reading the chat. I've been trying to see what I can see. There was a lot going on in here. Shout out to the people that donated. Let's see if I can go back and find those. Hold on. I think it says right up here, maybe. Yeah. Tennessee Outlaw, appreciate you. HB Shane says, we got your back, bro. Appreciate you. Tennessee Outlaw again. Thank you, dog. Jeremy Lloyd. Double A Soulmates, bro. It doesn't matter if he doesn't. Yeah, I get it, bro. But people are asking the question. I'm going to ask. Hosier, have you changed your number since May of 2024? I think because she just posted it 8 hours ago. That's wild. Let me see. I'll go tell you if it's. Let's see. That's wild. 8 hours ago. Let's see. Ding, ding. 5, 6, 7. That's yeah. Let's see. No, he's good. I think he changed that mug. Anyway, Tennessee Outlaw, Troy, TJ. Appreciate you, TJ. Anyway, we out this bitch. What do you guys want to listen to on the way out? We got to get something. Do we? Should we just go? I got to work tomorrow. I ain't been live in forever. 2 hours. Appreciate you, JRP, Creek Squad, Burdens Fan Jen, Exit Velocity, Rock Chalk True Crime. If it looks like a duck, sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck. Facts. Black Denim release date. Oh man, I missed that one. Bro, that Black Denim is fire. I just want that album. See, that's what sucks about this shit, is these people do all this fucking nonsense and then the album gets delayed and then we don't get it. It's wild, dude. It's wild. It takes forever for it to come out. They're talking about, oh, you should drop it right now. Get it out while you can. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, Creek Squad out. I love and appreciate everything that the community comes together and does. People can hate all they want, bro. Creek Squad strong. HB, Florida. Fucking, where are you from? Put them HBs and where you're from in the chat. Let me see them. They call them happy birthdays. Yeah. Yeah, happy birthday, motherfucker. Happy birthday. There's the truth, just in time. Let's go hear what you're going to do on Friday and act like a fucking idiot the whole time. Hey, and that's another thing. Shout out to Hosier because he wasn't super disrespectful to a chick that's trying to destroy his life. Like, I didn't hear him saying no outlandish shit about this female, and he had the platform to do it. He had a lot of people in here to do it, and I didn't hear him do it. So, I mean, it is what it is, but right now, I would say Hosier is definitely more believable in his presentation of his story. She just seemed like she was looking for attention, and when she got it, the story didn't matter anymore. But what do I know? Anyway, I'm gonna put these HBs and where you're from in the chat, but we're out of here. We're out of here. I appreciate you guys. Have a good Thursday. Hey, if you're still in school, you shouldn't be listening to this shit. Go to bed. Hey, we out of here.
And I'm working so hard to think I love go gang. But even if I did, I'm a boss, I don't explain. I just mean monkey crackers with a face like Major Pain. Down south, we the mob track spinning at the top in the backwoods.
Damn, that shit came on right at time.
Yeah,
hey, Brookie, go
down
get help.
south, we the
Sounds like
ones, mama don't
drinking.
raise bitches. And I'm too fat to run.
Blue
Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Bel-Air with the white walls, 2 tones on the joint. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy.
Blue suede on your boy. Hey, we're gonna run it back. Let's go. We up in here.
Down south, we the mob track, spinning at the top. In the backwoods, where the backwoods fucking fall. Yeah, down south, we the ones, mama don't raise bitches, and I'm too fat to run. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Bel-Air with the white walls, 2 tones on the joint. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. They like, hey, you the one who do that country shit. I tell them I'm the reason rappers out here buying farms legit. Didn't see no gangsters flexing John Deere. Before I got too fast, got my shit kicked cause it came here. They say the gang got levels, but they ain't on mine. Round here we ain't telling, we on Instagram Live. I don't know no famous people on this side of the pines. Napping good in my hood, my door unlocked all the time. Black Benz, black belts, black suit, black Uzi. Rolling like George Bush, CIA when I'm moving. You can't even touch my shoulder when I'm sitting in the movies. Real life, one that spins and gets produced into a movie. Down south, we the mob track, spinning at the top. In the backwoods, where the backwoods fucking fall. Yeah, down south, we the ones, mama don't raise bitches, and I'm too fat to run. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Bel-Air with the white walls, 2 tones on the joint. Blue collar, blue bills,
Tell me what church can't rap, motherfucker.
blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. I've been so stressed out, I stopped being stressed, no cap. I feel like talking shit to many men. Go and get the strap, and then I send like 50 back. I never pushed a drug, that's fact, but I shot guns my whole life. Who gon' dust me like a Swisher rat? This hell belly dangerous, cause my skill level too high. We should crack a wood, if they did, they be 2-ply. Hip-hop looking at me like, who the fuck the new guy? He pulled up in a Hellcat lift, is hitting on them 35. Gold balls, chain, BBS, Mark Twain. And I'm working so hard to think I love gold gang. But even if I did, I'm a boss, I don't explain. I just mean mug you crackers with a face like Major Payne. Down south, we the mob track, spinning at the top. In the backwoods, where the backwoods fucking fall. Yeah, down south, we the ones, mama don't raise bitches, and I'm too fat to run. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Bel-Air with the white walls, 2 tones on the joint. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy. Blue collar, blue bills, blue suede on your boy.
Blue suede on your boy. Man, we're gonna have to do it, and then we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here because your boys got to work.
Down south, we the mob track, spinning at the top. In the backwoods, where the backwoods fucking fall.
All right, here we go. And then we're out of here. And then we are out of here. I'm sure. What is that? Oh, it's Hosier. Let me see what he wants. Hey, hold on. Let me mute this. What up? What? Yeah. Hold on. I'm putting this on speakerphone. All right, go, Hosier.
Are you still on live?
Yeah, I'm still on live.
Yeah, thank God. Listen to this. I'm about to play this for you.
Chat, can you hear it? Chat, can you hear this?
Listen to this shit. So after I get off my phone, so I fucked Lacey before, right? Like
Yeah.
the girl that's with her.
Yeah.
And I used to hang out with her sister. Her sister's Abby. I actually is getting ready to drop a music video. She's in the music video with me. So she messaged me and says, hey, I'm going to dog walk Brooke. Lacey's a liar. They're trying to bring up Florida to set you up. I told them to fuck off. They're sending me offers. Lacey Reynolds wants to set you up. The brother Snapchats her and says, hey, have you heard the news yet about Hosier? Shit's going down. I just drove 18 hours to pick Lacey's best friend that he left stranded, taking her wallet and everything. Shit is going down. I'm sorry you had to go through anything with him. She sends me his number and said he told me everything about it and picking up all types of shit, doing something Friday. Fuck them. I got you. Fuck them. Now I'm going to play you the voice recording. I've just called these motherfuckers because she gave me that Jordan Reynolds' number. Listen to this shit. Hold on.
All right, bet.
She's fucking you, bro. But you know that Brooke, you know that you're her brother, bro. You know Brooke's got an alcohol and a drug problem. You know, you tried to say, I seen the fucking Snapchat messages, bro. Hey, did you see what's going on? I said, well, I was told. But you know, this is all a fucking setup, dude. I didn't do no shit like that. She's a fucking drinking problem. I'm telling them, dude, they need to stop. You know I'm taking their asses to court. I have proof of all this shit. I told him that. I said, bro, if they're just going to court, you better just get a lawyer. Because you better fucking I'm going to sell everything in my name to make sure that that girl goes down for doing this to me. This is my livelihood. I know, bro. I'm telling you right now, my fucking son couldn't even go to school this week, Jordan. I know, bro. I've already told her that she needs to get a lawyer. She's already backing out. She's scared to death. She's not getting the interview because of what I told him. I watched the whole fucking interview that you just did, bro. This is a bunch of bullshit. I've got proof of all of it. You're her brother, bro. She's saying that. She's not saying that you drugged her. Nobody's saying that. That's got blown out of proportion. She is saying that. That's fucked up. But I already told her, bro, like, they're scared to death, bro. I have a meeting again tomorrow with my lawyer. I am going to fucking make sure that this doesn't happen to nobody ever again.
Damn.
My livelihood has been played with. My guy that I was telling you about that's going to sit at the dad, he's getting ready to start talking. Some years ago, dude. But I have to make sure my son gets to school every fucking day. I've got people that I employ. I have a career. I have things going for me. This is not something to play with. I'm going to make sure that I spend every dollar to my fucking name to make sure that this doesn't happen to somebody again. I proved it. I showed y'all all the shit on the internet, dog. I know. Listen, bro, I wouldn't lie about that. See, you show everything just like you show our whole conversation, bro. Whatever, you still said some weird shit. Who would say that about someone they called their daughter anyways? Motherfucker. And when I see you can meet me in my tattoo shop right now. Motherfucker. Then come to my tattoo shop. Yeah, I wouldn't come either. Yeah, I don't give a fuck Tony is. Regardless of any of this shit, Brooke's going down for what she did. I hope you guys understand this. Just know that she's going down for doing what she did to me. Yeah, you guys can say whatever you want, but she's going to... When you say, he's the one who sent me the messages, you dumbass. Yeah, and just so you know, I've recorded every bit of this. That was the end of it right there.
Damn, bro. That's crazy as fuck, dog.
They're blowing my phone up right now. The brother just texted me. He's texting me right now. Ask Gabby why she told this. She wants to talk. Well, let her fucking talk, bro. She wants to talk.
Where's she at? She want to talk to you? What's she trying to talk to you about? That's crazy, bro. Now they're fucking moonwalking.
Hold on. I'm realize he's still on live, and all of that was just recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, he hung up when he heard the recording. He said, I'm fucking out of here. That's wild, bro. Like they're blowing you up in the middle of the live stream. Soon as you get off, they're calling your phone. Yeah, they're watching you. They're watching your fucking. But nobody called the police. Hosier was so wrong and did this chick so wrong and drugged her and did all this shit. But they're worried about the live streams. That's crazy, dude. What is happening, bro? I'm gonna get up out of here. You want to add anything else to this?
Oh, I can't wait. Anybody that called me a liar can fucking rot in hell. Legitimately.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
That's so great you were on live still. I didn't know that. I was just calling to tell you this shit. This is so epic that you're still on here.
Yeah, like 600 people heard it, and now we're down to 400, but there's still 400 motherfuckers that got to hear it. So,
hey, I'm just so glad. This right here is the whole best part of the interview.
Hey, bro, that was dope. See, that's what I'm saying. The truth will set itself free, brother.
Motherfuckers.
Well,
Ooh, I'm so mad right now.
bro, what
They
song? What song should I play to get out of here? You got a Hosier song? We should run it for everybody. Just as
play Black Denim if you got that, bitch.
I don't. I wish. I ain't got an iPhone.
Damn. Damn it. I don't know, bro, but fucking.
What do you got off your off something? You got to have a message, some sort of audio.
These hoes ain't loyal. Play that.
My
Play
dog
that.
said these hoes ain't loyal. Hey, they'll hit me like a motherfucker for that one.
Oh, God, man, this is crazy, crazy work.
Hey, we're gonna run some next two red, and I'm gonna get out of here. Hosier, I appreciate you, dog.
All right, brother, I'll holler at you.
Hey, see it. Well, there you go, bro. Even more. Even more. We're next to red and out of this bitch. That's what we're doing. We're next to red and out of this bitch. We're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody coming. Hey, I didn't expect that. What a way to end. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. Which one should we do? Let me get a vote. Adam is Eve or next to red. Which one we got? Adam is Eve or next to red? Which one we doing? Let me know. Cause I know where I would go. I don't give a fuck about Adam. Adam could I don't care about Adam. Adam is Eve. Adam is Eve. That's what we're going. Next two red. Bro, I got my next two red. So it's tied 2-2. Oh, Adam is Eve. They want Adam is Eve. Next two red. What if we do both of them? And then I really got to go. All right. We're going to end it with next two red. We'll do Adam is Eve and then we're out of here. Adam is Eve. What a fucking name, bro. That's a great one. Hold on. Is there got to be a, let's see. Adam is Eve is a good one to end on. Oh, he's only got the video? Fuck it. We'll run the video. Hosier, Adam is Eve. I hear a lot of people talking shit about Hosier's rapping ability. You're wild as fuck if you think he's got a cadence, he's got a flow, he's got style. Hosier's dope, bro. The only reason people hate on Hosier so bad is because all the past beefs in country rap. Just keep it real. That Waka Flocka bar went hard. The way he twisted that up, that was dope.
Birds of a feather flock together, it's a damn shame.
When he said that shit, I said, damn, what in the fuck did we just hear right there? Hey, but I get it because he used the Waka Flocka. I think it's they go hard in the motherfucking paint. Leave you what you think that's what it's going off of. But he's using, yeah, I get the wordplay. The bar, that one, like you did me so dirty and you couldn't even at least use protection. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But because of the situation, they're gonna reach and they're going, oh, they gay bar. Like, come on, all day on Hosier. If Adam and Hosier ever got into a fist fight, I got my money all day on Hosier. Did you hear that dude on the phone just a minute? He said, show up to my tattoo shop. That dude said, started talking about something different. Imagine that. I'd like to do a real interview with Hosier one day because I wonder if, like, see, his influences gotta be more. If he's throwing Waka Flocka in now the song sounds like it's kind of constructed around that type of flow, like that energy. I would like to know Hosier's inspirations, bro. I think he's got some dope shit.
And if I ever get a chance, I'm hitting Marge raw. You scared of war, that's why you living through your son, dog.
God, went back to playing off of the rubber line because he said, you fucked me so hard and didn't even use a rubber. And then he said, bro, if I get the opportunity, then I'm hitting her raw, bro. Like, I'm gonna, damn, bro. That's crazy. Guys use their power to try to persuade other artists not to work with other people. They'll say Upchurch does it. Oh, Upchurch is doing it. No, I'll be honest. Lately, yeah, Upchurch is saying, bro, pick a fucking side. But it wasn't that way, dog. You could say it was that way. It wasn't that way. It was never that way. He's always been, bro, he told a story where he allowed Leroy to drive his fucking Hummer to the Nashville show. Like, what do you mean? To the Nashville shit. Like, that's wild. What we got going on here? Okay. Please have Kurt review his messages. I sent him on Hosier. It's information to help Hosier. Blah 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 blah. Oh shit! This ain't even Jen. This is somebody completely different. Okay, my bad. Yeah, ain't gonna say a word. Oh my goodness. Bro, Hosier, I gotta hit you up. We gotta run next to Red. I gotta call Hosier because I gotta go to work. But yo, this is wild. It's taking a turn, and it's taking a turn. Brooke, you better fucking figure it out. That's all I'll say. You better figure it out. Justin, you better figure it the fuck out. Justin, what you been doing, Justin? I'm still live. Don't say a word. I know. You'll be able to. Let me see you. I'm going on to next thread. No, I know. I seen that. Hey, shout out to Hosier. Shout out to Creek Squad. Shout out to Up Church. Shout out to all the motherfuckers that don't let somebody tell them what to do, bro. That you can't do this, you can't do that. You can do anything you want.
They said my neck's too red. Yeah, they said my dream was a dead end.
Hey, peace. Love y'all. Creek Squad, motherfucker.
People like me don't
I'm out.
trend. Said my slang won't ever get there. They said
I need them singing lessons. Shout out to everybody doing some shit you ain't fucking comfortable doing.
neck too red.
Shout out to AA Soulmates, Lynn Turner, Stardust. Hey, appreciate all the mods. Thank you, mods. My wifey, appreciate you, baby.
My town 90% white. Blame God for my southern roots. Thank him also cause I got the juice. Leaving marks all on these music dudes. Like Burnout Stew with a 302. Weed him, holla boys. Tatted up, missing teeth and scars. Gang shit off the front board. Grew up on a blowtorch. We ain't know no Scotch torch. All we knew was Highland Rim, case of beer and some race cars. Alpha male with the straight bars. Dixie made me do it like I do. And if you got a problem with my side of town, just know we ain't finna budge for you. They said my neck's too red. Yeah, they said my dream was a dead end. They said people like me don't trend. Said my slang won't ever get there. They said my neck was too red. Neck too red. Boy, neck's too red. My neck's too red. They gon' have to wait till I die. I done made it up. You don't want me to hear your problem. I'm too low key, you won't even see it coming. The backwards raise the menace, I'm intertwined in the holler. Neck done, turn maroon, got navy blue on the collar. You don't want me to hear your problem. I'm too low key, you won't even see it coming. The backwards raise the menace, I'm intertwined in the holler. Neck done, turn maroon, got navy blue on the collar. I'm on a rampage, seems like I'm ramping up at the rising of age. I feel like my attitude affecting the climate, and that's cause it is, and I'm flooding the place. They can't even stomach my face until they need a shirt, so I give a mine. On my front is the face, back is the name. HP Tennessee till I'm 6 to the grave. My flow in the Cumberland River with rain. My lyrics are infinite pain. My halo is bent from the battles while slaying the rage. What covers the covering page? I think I discovered a whole nother brain. Hover over the highest level that they make. Baby face finna take y'all while I wanna chase to a field of cows. I got the cash in the case now. Watch a motherfucker go pop. When I pass y'all, they done tried to blackball, but my heart a blackball. There's a difference in popping and briefly being racked off. I hear a BB gun and I'm already starting my Black Hawk. Plant that bitch on your roof, ain't no 50 at your back lawn. This that white tee, no suit. These bullets metaphoric, but test my will I shoot. And I be from the country, I ain't rocking with no deuce. Pistol longer than a Lincoln limousine, so boot. This ain't pop country on Bluetooth. This my redneck and death wounds, resilience ringing new tune. Barefoot, still suede smooth. The white boy with the soul, you can call my own style. The light blues, voice can shine bright. Plasma cutting with the Pro Tools. Contradicted propaganda headlines say I'm old news. These motherfuckers motherfuckers lying. Shit, I'm the one that you owe, fool. I must be kin to Uncle Sam, my tax royalties from these dudes. They skin color crystal, cause they the ones that I see through. Double crossing crackers, now when they see me, they see too. And wonder why they missing, keep on failing the mission and missing from the church, cause they think they out. Purple rain, Princeton. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Not even lightning can strike me, kill the flow that's in my veins. They tried to dam me up, but now they circle swimming the banks. And I'm Huckleberry bitching up church for certain names. Down south we just in the premises, switch dimmer. Light fade when you drown by the waves. Hidden making this grave liquid. I got 9 lives, this character mind mimic. Look at the line gimmicks. California love, nothing but I call it she man business. Old McDonald got eyeliner and lipstick. Fucking flamers with lit wicks. Lyrically getting your wig split. Language arts and language darts. Puncture heart arteries, John Wick. That's my mute button for this internet nonsense. Sideline is Wi-Fi, watch him die inside Eminem's closet. My flow broken, sinking faucet. Your flow like a damn one, dry as a bone fossil. Talking gym and jogging, but he run it like Slim Shady's toboggan. Thought he was sitting on top, but there's a cap on his noggin. Shots getting you nightly, nick the sandbox, my sandlot, bitch. Pallet doors with hinges I kicked off before I walked in. Just think I rap like this and I was born after the Walkman. You could watch, but still not.
Hey, we out this bitch, up church, and the Dixielanders. Hey, tour dates released, let's go.
Brush ashes off my shoulders, I've been fire too long. Pick up my hat, use my pants to dust it off. Blue jeans to blood, so I'm covered in love. Showing up looking like a massacre, you motherfucker! I'm a rock star like back in the day. Raising hell in mud parks, high as hell for 3 days. No highway to hell when you wake in the light. Or blood on any dance floor when there's a massacre to make. Yeah, buddy. Oh, mama, they too bothered by the rebel inside. On a holly, smiling with my bloodshot eyes. On the edge of heaven, see the gate and it shines. But there's a party down below, and I'm crashing it. And I'm in love, and I'm making a flood. And me and all my rowdy friends stand no play in the mud. And we keep it like tobacco.
Freak Squad, motherfucker!
There's a massacre tonight, and baby, I want some. I'm that motherfucker, honey, they've been lying too long. I'm that motherfucker, Bubba, and I'm living the songs. The enemy plotting, trying to kill me, cause
Listen
I'm
up.
where I belong. I'm in a hallway of fame, too motherfucking long. I'm a rock star like back in the day. Raising hell in mud parks, high as hell for 3 days. No highway to hell when you wake in the lane. Or blood on any dance floor when there's a massacre to make. There's a massacre to make. Oh,
Up church and the Dixielanders on tour now, let's go.
I say, who the best in the game? Captain Curry X, Captain Curry X. I say, who the best in the game? Captain Curry X, Captain Curry X. I say, who the best in the game? Captain Curry X, Captain Curry X. I say, who is doing big things? Captain Curry X, Captain Curry X. I said, who else got the cold sign by the goat? Captain Kurt, put it